Our brand new Get Started with Jewellery Maker page has been created to provide help and guidance for jewellery making newbies. If you need design suggestions, hints and tips, or help with perfecting your jewellery designs, we're here to help. Head over to facebook.com/getstartedwithjm, where our talented in-house designers are happy to answer your jewellery making questions, offer inspiration, and get you started in your jewellery making journey. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Buying with Jewellery Maker online couldn't be easier. Just head over to our website, JewelleryMaker.com, and click on the register link. Simply fill in the required fields and you can shop 24/7. You'll also be privy to a faster checkout and personalised offers. Jewellery Maker, your one-stop shop for all your jewellery making needs.
Did you know, no matter how many times you purchase with Jewellery Maker in the same day, you'll only be charged one fee of postage and packaging. Select our standard delivery for just £2.95, or if you'd like to receive your goods sooner, upgrade to our premium option for £4.95. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the show. That was so funny. Zena's just exiting, going goodbye, thank you very much, bro. And then suddenly like, camera still needs to go higher because Ruth's huge. Up we go. Good evening. Very, very nice to have your company this evening. It's lovely to be with you. The madness has already started. I have to say, it really has, and I do mean, Jem, the madness has started. We just had a comedy collage of pictures that we've just taken outside and we just put on our Facebook pages. They're very sensible, aren't they? Very, very sensible. We'll talk to Jem in a minute. She's just getting a microphonic devices sorted. Are you sorted?
I believe so. I've turned it on 3 times now.
Oh, no. Did it not want to play ball?
It didn't want to play. I was panicking.
Oh, no, we can't have that. Lovely to be with you again tonight.
Fantastic to be with you, my love.
We're going to have some giggles again, aren't we, tonight?
I think we might just do that.
We've had quite a few already.
We have.
Possibly had our quota already, but it's all good. It's all good. You can never have too much fun. And 12 kits of Christmas, la 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 la. And what are we on? We're on 5 and 6, aren't we? So we're halfway through, so we're really at 5 gold rings or 5 jump rings. But we've got more than 5 actually in here. We're going to start with some jump rings. 10 US link, Matt. How are we all before we do them? Are you well, my lovely?
Very well, thank you very much.
Very well, thank you. You sounded Irish then, actually, a little bit.
I'll do it.
Got Irish family?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go, then that'll be one then. Right, reason behind that. Michael, how are you in the gallery? It's all right, that's good to hear. Michael Rosie's boat. And we've got the lovely, lovely... Oh, I forgot your name then, Phil. How funny is that? Oh, Phil and his phenomenal deals. And I forgot his name, how rude. How rude. Anyway, 5 jump rings, but a few more. So, let's start with some, shall we? Let's dive in with some jump rings. Now, these are very sizable. Now, myself and Jem were admiring each other's bracelets a little bit earlier on, weren't we? Because we're both wearing our jadeite bracelets with our little butterfly charms and both separating our gemstones with jump rings. But these are super big. These are a very, very nice size. I could do with a few of these. Did you find your order in the end, by the way?
No, it's
it's gone walkies.
It has. We will hunt it down and find it. It's all good.
Yeah, hunt it down. Somebody's probably picked it up. Somebody's goodwilled on that one and gone, oh, I'll get that for her. Right, okay, so we have 95 sterling silver. We've got some gorgeous, gorgeous jump rings here for you. 10 pieces in a pack. 10 pieces and they are 9mm. These are lovely. And they are open jump rings. You can see there at the top. These are fabulous though. They're really, really useful. And of course, 95 sterling silver, they are glorious. So really for kind of connecting pieces rather than sort of your chainmail potentially on those. But they are so super useful. And of course, when you are opening those, as you know, obviously you can use those with your 2 pliers. either side and literally open them like a gate. So rather than kind of pulling them apart, just sort of gradually open them like a gate. So front to sort of one goes forward and one goes back, if you like, and then it kind of goes back on each other and it kind of holds its form. That's a brilliant price. I do need to stock up on these, to be fair. It's going to be a fab show. Got so much for you. So £3.95 is Phil's first phenomenal deal. 10 jump rings. I like it. £3.95. They are really, really handy to have. Can't have enough of these in your stash, really, can you?
You absolutely can't, especially in the silver. They're so, so useful.
Yeah, and that's the thing, they're 9 to 5. They're not silver plated or overlaid. That is genuine 9 to 5. So you've got I have to say 1.2 grams. Equate that to a necklace. If you buy a chain, sometimes if you buy a little skinny mini silver chain, they can be like 0.7, 0.8. You've got 1.2 grams of sterling silver across the board there. You're not going to buy even here. We're good, but £3.95 for a silver chain. Yeah, you kind of forget that, don't you? So there is loads and loads of silver on there, loads of different ways of using your jump rings. So definitely one to pop in your stash and to enjoy and to use because they are really, really quite fabulous. £3.95, brilliant price tag on those. And I think today's really about adding to your order. We've got all of these fantastic kits still to share with you tonight. And I'm sure, I have to say, I'm sure you've been shopping at least once or twice today because I think the whole of the JM family have been watching today because you have been busy little bees. I think suddenly everybody's going, right, it's Christmas, I've got to get cracking, got to get going. So definitely the elves are out. Christmas shopping wise, I've got one Prezi for Christmas, and I've only got that because there was a deal on earlier on in the year. It was a buy one get one free. Is that bad? So I just thought I thought that one will be okay for a birthday present, and the other one's okay for Christmas. There's nothing wrong with that, is there?
Works for me.
Yeah. If you get the chance for a bog off, you've got to grab them, haven't you? You buy one get one free off. That's what it's called, a bog off. Buy one get one free. It is. It's the initials. Michael, don't disagree with me so early on in the evening. It's that man who's quite annoying. You say you buy one, you get one free. I say you buy one. £3.95. Well done on those. Congratulations. The thing is, it's very clever advertising, is it? Because you remember it.
You do. It sticks in your brain forever.
Yeah, you do. It was like the girl that did the sofa advert. Drove me potty, that did. The sofa's... Lazy boy. Lazy boy. That was the brand of sofa as well. Everything was like this and very la la la. I was like, oh my goodness, bless her heart. She did a very good job though because it worked. It worked. Right, have a little look at these. There are some very clever. And all the Christmas ads are out now, aren't they? They're all coming out.
They are.
I like them. I like them. Right, have a little look at these. So pretty. 95 sterling silver, 7mm, so all a bit smaller on your 7mm. So 7mm compared to your 9mm, are they different things that kind of come to the forefront of your mind that you'd want to go for the 7mm rather than the 9, or just nice to have the size variety?
It's great to have the variety because you'll find in certain pieces of jewellery that it will just balance out. So if you've got the choices available, then you can make the right choice, can't you?
Yeah, exactly.
If you leave them here, then it's no good to you.
No, and if you do want to, obviously the closed jump rings are probably nicer on your stretchy bracelets like the ones that I do, and you've got your gemstones and then you have your jump rings. Obviously the closed jump rings are going to be better to use, but I didn't have any on the last bracelet I made, so I used these instead. But still work absolutely fine, still not a problem. And of course, depending on the size of gemstone you use, if you're going for a bigger gem, you want a bigger jump ring. If you've got a smaller gem, you're going to want the smaller jump rings.
Absolutely. So if you had a 9 or 10mm jump ring, those would look then those would look really nice with them. And the 9mm jump ring that we just played would be great with larger than that.
Totally.
So it's great to have the options.
And again, 95 sterling, really, really lovely when you consider they are real, genuine sterling silver. And £2.95 to pop those into your basket. So make sure you do, and then you can always check out on those. I've got one more as well for you. So let's just hop up to 6mm rounds on these, so a little bit smaller. I really like these actually. They're really, I tell you what, the polish on these is really quite nice. I was kind of double checking for a second because I thought they might be diamond cut, but they're not. They look really nice. Yeah, they're lovely. And a bargain price on those straight away. Bargainous price at £2.95. Again, 95 sterling silver. Again, you get 10 of them. I don't think I'd be buying one of those though, pack of 10, because I could get through that in a heartbeat. So even if you said, right, okay, I've got a £10 note, I'm going to grab myself 4 of those, I would, because they're going to go so quickly. You're going to use them super quickly. So why not? 0800 644 644 on the phone lines. JewelleryMaker.com if you're on the wibbly world of the web. Whichever is easiest for you. Don't forget you've got your money back guarantee, of course, on those as well. But you're not going to. You're going to be very happy with those. They're quite solid as well. We're not talking like flimsy little bits of silver here, are we? They're actually really well made.
They are absolutely beautiful, and if you need to close them up, you can certainly sort of give that a bit of a wiggle woo, and it does reform them for you. So you can absolutely use them in those designs where you need to bear a bit of weight.
Totally. And does it specifically need to be a wiggle woo?
I don't think so. You could have a wiggle woo or a wiggle woo woo. I'm not entirely sure.
Any of the above would work.
Yeah.
It's kind of mood we're in. So 2.45, very nicely done on those. Congratulations. I said that actually earlier on. I got a little tag on something in the supermarket, and you know, it comes up on the scanner. Have you got a tag? Yeah. And the lady came over. She went, "What's the matter?" "Oh, I've got a tagette." And she went, "Oh, I really like that." I went, "A tagette?" I went,
okay then.
Okay. Made her day, bless her. She's obviously had a boring morning.
Well, it's Sunday, so, you know.
Well, exactly.
If you can lighten somebody's day, why not?
Exactly. Lighten the mood. That's what we need to do a little bit. So, yeah, very well done on those, though. Congratulations. Right, star by time already. That's happening very quickly, isn't it? No messing around. So stay tuned. We're going to bring... This is so nice. I need this in my life, quite frankly. So star by coming up now. This is so cute. Ah, buzzy bee, sting if you like, but don't no. Buzz if you like, but don't sting me. We were talking about this the other day and I couldn't remember the words. Ah, buzzy bee, this is so cute. 95 sterling silver two-tone bee. And as Michael said, oh, beehive. Oh, man alive. I actually quite like that. That's my kind of humour. This is so cute. I've never seen these. If I had done, I would certainly been collecting an entire hive's worth of these. I would certainly... Oh, dear, the bee jokes are out now. Deary me. But they are so lovely. Now, they are connectors. So, obviously, if I pop it that way, you can see you could obviously connect that to chain or cord or whatever it might be at both the head and the bottom of the bee. But if you wanted to, I'd use that as a charm. Could you clip the little ring bit off the bottom there?
You absolutely could clip his bottom and just give it a bit of a rub over with some sanding pad.
Oh, gently. That would work, wouldn't it? And then you've got a nice little charm. I have to do that. And also, obviously, for a pendant, you could pop one of those jump rings if you wanted to. You could put a jump ring on the mic. You could pop a jump ring on the top of that and make that into a really lovely pendant. So pretty. Let me show you the back as well on the bee, because it's just the same. The detail is just the same on those. These have never been sold on their own before. How many have we got, Phil? Please tell me we've got lots. 60. Oh, probably not enough, but you're going to have to be very quick on this. You're going to have to... Those phone lines are buzzing right now. They're flying out. Yay! £4.95. Sweet. It's honey. 9 to 5. But they are so cute. You could have... That would be a lovely little ring as well. Loads you could do with that. That's so lovely. Imagine that for jewellery for Christmas. Oh, they're so gorgeous. For your daughter or for your granddaughter.
My friend's daughter, who is 4, is called Honey.
Ah!
She's the one with the Bengals, actually.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
so she's got good taste, obviously.
Oh,
but that's absolutely stunning. Really beautiful. I'm loving that.
They are cute, aren't they? Oh, who's this? Suzanne. Hello, Suzanne. Ruth, you could keep the bee's bottom and add an amber bead. You could, actually. You could. It'd
really
be like the little honey. Oh, yeah. That'd be very cute. Lots you could do with that one, but very nice indeed. So that's one to really grab hold of. They're so cute. And I love the two-tone, because you could put that with sterling silver. You could put that with the gold, or with the gold sort of copper-plated wire if you wanted to. Anything on that.
Oh, I think I'd want to introduce some rose gold-plated sterling silver.
Oh, nice.
Connect it all together that way. They're gorgeous.
That's such, I mean, you could have such a lovely collection of buzzy bees there. And it's really, I mean, that is, and actually I'm holding him that way. What about you sort of doing it that way? So when you've got it sort of dropping down, if you, oh, they just look as though he's doing a nosedive there, does he actually? Maybe not. Isabella, nice to see you there. Helen and Chris, Tatiana, collectors in Gloucestershire and Fife and Hertfordshire and London. Very, very well done indeed. That is simply too sweet. Imagine those for little wine charms as well. Do some lovely little wine charms.
Put them in your crackers at Christmas maybe, or
Cute.
on your crackers as a decoration.
Really
Place
pretty.
settings, little gifts. They're so pretty.
And at £4.95, so you get your two tones. You just get one of those, but you've got to grab a couple, haven't you? Can't have a little buzzy bee on his own. It'd be very, very, very lonely. So £4.95 on that one. That's a price that's not going to sting you. Ah, sting you? Yeah. On my own. On my own. Do we not have any sound effects today? Ah. Right, we're going to leave that behind anyway and move on.
Behind.
Pardon?
Behind.
Me-hind.
No, behind.
That's really odd. It sounds like you're saying me. Say it again to me.
Behind.
Oh, that's really weird. Is that my ears? Still
It's
sounds
that
like you're
dress
saying
that
me.
was both blue and black at the same time.
Yeah, they've done trainers and everything now with that, haven't they? There's so many of them. Are you all confused?
A little bit.
Oh, Jem, just beehive in the corner. Just beehive. Right, let's leave that there. Do you know what? Sorry, I just wanted to show you this because look at that with the little daisy connector as well. Isn't that cute?
Perfect with the bee as well.
It's really sweet, isn't it? Honey to the bee. There we go. So that's coming up a little bit later on. Cute, 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 cute. Right. Box number 13. They do belong together. You are quite right, Michael. Quite right. There's a reason why is it in the gallery. Right, have a look at these. Nice colour. Really, really lovely colour. Fancy Jasper nuggets. A little bit of nuggetness. Gorgeous. Very, very sort of unisex, I would say, on that one as well. Really nice shape to these, I have to say. Not come across these before. They are glorious. And of course, you've got all of those different colours of the Jasper. Although it's a variety of chalcedony, due to the different names, that you know, it's kind of one that's in its own right, really. Look at the different patterns you're getting. Every single gemstone is totally different. Every single one. It comes in so many different shapes and sizes and colours. Jasper, sorry, like this tends to be named after the colours that you see within it. Well, they are fancy, aren't they? They are rather fab and fancy. I mean, look at that one there. You've almost got a beautiful sort of moonlight kind of magical glow to that particular one. But it's a gemstone that is so wonderful and unique. And I think everyone shows off the different patterns that Mother Nature provides us with, really. You could obviously add those jump rings in if you wanted to sort of space that out. The little bee charm dropping down from there as well. But so, so lovely. It's incredibly, incredibly beautiful. They sort of moss greens, the kiwi greens, and it's only $3.95, which I think is a little bit genius, quite frankly. 38 centimetre strand. It might not be one that you've seen before. I haven't come across this before at all. But there are some very lovely, I want to say flavours on that strand because there's so many different tones. There's actually some more of the sort of, well, russet reds or the coppery tones that are coming through on some of those as well. A little bit Christmassy. Christmas next month. It still sounds weird, doesn't it, that? Sorry. That just spoke to Jem. Oh, yeah, Chris. Is it 40 something? Is it 40 day? Or it might be, is it 41 days?
I'm just going to stick my fingers in my ears at this point and pretend it's not happening.
I know. I know. Yeah, it's going to be here quickly. I think the thing is, I think now we've had a couple of crisp mornings, it feels slightly more Christmassy, doesn't it? It's got to be. You need that little bit of frost and a little bit of ice to make it all Christmassy. I think Christmas lights are going up in the towns as well. Once that's all up, and we'll just go with it and drink lots of mulled wine, and it'll be all right.
Oh yes.
See, now your fingers are out your ears, aren't they?
Now I'm interested.
£3.95. I bet you couldn't even buy a glass of mulled wine at one of those fairs for that. I'd rather have a strand, and that's saying something. So very, very best of luck indeed on that. You've got 38 centimetres on there, and loads of them. Loads of them. Tenny baskets, make sure you're checking out those. 2, 4, I'm just going to give you a quick approximate. 2, 4, if I can count, what's after 4, 6, 8 on that strand. Amazing. Lovely jubbly. Very well done indeed. We are rattling through because we've got loads and loads to do. Box number 2. Is that the one after number 1? The one before 3? Is that right? Just say it's pink. It's all I need to know. The paradigm of pink perfection. I do love this strand. Oh. glorious. Look at that colour. Popping pink of... It's so richly saturated. This Morganite's got its glow on, hasn't it? It's really, really going for it. And you've got some gorgeous rondelles. It's so, so beautiful. I've only got 11 left, which is not a surprise, actually, because when you get colour and quality and beauty like this, there's never going to be enough to go around. 62 points. Am I going to be happy with this, or am I going to be a little bit angry inside with that? Oh, apparently I'm going to... Alarmed. Alarmed could be the word, actually. We have alarmed face on one of our photographs, don't we, Jem?
We do.
On our Facebook page, we have alarmed face. I think it was it that one or something? One of those, wasn't it? Lots of teeth. Alarmed face. That is incredible. Considering that's beryl, you do get some very pale beryl gemstones. And, it's still beryl gems, but when you're getting colour like that, for £8.95, you know you're in the right place. And they are Brazilian Morganite gems, these gorgeous, and they're totally natural. I think that's something always to kind of take heed of, because lots of gemstones are treated or irradiated, or there's some sort of process, which is absolutely fine, Mother Nature and man holding hands. But, I mean, you can see just how wonderful they are. Definitely think about adding in an authenticity certificate to your order. The 25 pence, I'd grab a couple, to be fair. If you're thinking you've perhaps, if you're not going to use that as a full-on strand, which you might not do, you might choose to take little sections, you'd probably want a few certificates, but colour pops, beautifully done.
It's amazing. One thing, when you place Morganite and a strand like this, especially against the skin, and you can really see it performing against your skin,
yes,
you know you have a good quality strand.
Yeah.
Because if it kind of disappears, it's a bit shy and retiring, this doesn't. It really shows. It's absolutely glorious.
And it's so flattering to the skin tone. When you get colour like that, it really does look glorious. But as Jem was saying, when you get the paler sort of, well, not so good quality, basically, it can almost just pale into significance. But that is really, really pretty. We had snow in Perthshire this morning from Helen. Oh, my goodness me. Was there enough to make it a snow angel or not? Was it just a scattering? Just a little sprinkling? Either way. Either way, a little bit of snowage. That must be exciting. That must make it feel like Christmas is en route. Must do. It's okay when it's all fresh and lovely. So when it turns to sludge, it's not very nice, is it? When it goes all horrible. Is that your favourite part? Is it, Mike? He's so controversial, isn't he? 3 last chances. Send it down here. We want a little bit of snow. £8.95. Not enough, so it's obviously, I remember getting stuck a couple of years ago, halfway up a hill. It was snowing so badly, and I thought, no, I shall get home. I shall get home. Big mistake. I did a figure of 8 on the motorway. It's the most scary thing ever. But luckily, because everyone was going that slowly, and there was only me and a couple more silly people who decided to get on the motorway when it was about that deep, it was really bizarre. It's like being on a ride. Like, oh, this is very weird.
Can I clarify? Did you do a figure of 8 on purpose, or was this an accidental skid?
It was, yes.
That is quite alarming.
It was, but on the motorway. But we were probably doing about 10 miles an hour, because it was that I was following a snowplow. It was very thick, and it suddenly just went. Well, my car was kind of doing what it was doing, really, Mike. But I suddenly went, oh, this is a bit bizarre. Oh, now we're going this way.
Did you hear the magic roundabout music in the background?
No, I didn't at the time. But yeah, it's not good, is it? It's not good. Now, this could work beautifully with... Oh, see, this looks lovely with the Morganite, actually. These are so pretty. You can imagine me on a roundabout. Why? That's very random. I'm confused. I'm very confused. Very, very confused. Right. Have a little look. Have a little look at this. I haven't been on a roundabout for a long time. On a big carousel. You tend to get them at fairs and stuff at Christmas, don't you? The big horses, the big golden... Probably not a horse big enough for me now. 85, or tall enough. 85 carats of rainbow moonstone. You've got the most wonderful sort of icy glow from this particular gemstone. Very nice quality. Nice long strand as well. You've got 30 centimetres. Bearing in mind, I mean, you've got real distinction here. Now, lots of things to tick your box with this strand. Not only are they moonstone, they are rainbow moonstone. Box ticked, but they are Indian rainbow moonstones. And when you've got those 3 things kind of coming together, then ka-ching, they can be very expensive. But you can see there, I mean, it's that magic, that kind of alchemy that you're getting from every single one of the gems. And they, again, are totally natural. Explore them when you get them home, because you need to see that lovely glow that you get, that kind of magical glow that is there within the moonstone. Sometimes it doesn't transfer easily through the screen, but you can certainly see them when you get them at home. And there is a real delicacy to these, real delicacy, but they are so gentle and so beautiful at £8.95. Whether you decide to add these to a design and keep them perhaps nice and pure and beautiful, or maybe add in something a little bit magical or something dark like black spinel, that choice is yours. I wish you could see, I wish I had that overhead camera right now, because as I'm looking at this, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, there are so many of these gemstones that actually face up to me right now are just blue, and I've got some yellows coming through, little rainbows within the gemstone.
How wonderful.
They're adorable, aren't they?
It's truly a beautiful strand, and it is the essence of the moon glowing there right in your hands. I love putting it with ruby.
Oh, nice.
I think the contrast
I've not done that.
it's gorgeous.
That's
really
a nice
lovely.
idea. That's a love. I'm like that now. Ruby. Yeah. Well, you can do that at home, obviously, because you've got that lovely sort of. I don't want to say it's a neutral colour or a nude colour, but it kind of will go with so many, won't it?
Black pearls as well.
Oh, nice. Very. I'm just looking actually. Yeah, the pearls we've got in the kit, this could work really nicely with.
I think so.
I'm going in. Oh my gosh, they look lovely. Yeah, they look divine actually. Have a look at those. So gorgeous. That's a little bit naughty. I like that.
So you've got your basic monochrome.
Yeah.
But there's something extra with both of those strands.
Totally. Bit of a twist, haven't you?
It is.
Kind of metallic colours. A little bit of a twist on there. We like those. Even actually with the gold pearls we've got coming up as well. They look, I know, Jem's babe. Coming up for you a little bit later on. That's such an unusual colour. So stunning. Oh no, just a shower of snow. I finished my Christmas shopping. Helen, you and I were friends a moment ago. That's I'm normally more organised than this, I have to say. I'm getting worse the older I get. I used to be brilliant. I'm a Virgo. Everything was like done forever ago. I'm getting worse the older I get.
I have one thing I've purchased for Christmas. Oh. I have some plans though.
So I don't even have plans. That's even worse, isn't it? I need to start doing the planning thing. I think I'm going to get. I might wait. I might get to December and then start. Then heads down and straight in and.
But then you can feel properly festive, can't you?
Yes. Yeah, that's it. That's my excuse. I'm going to stick with that. Right, let's dive into box number 5. Fabulous, fabulous colour. In fact, we're going in for the neckline on this one. Ooh. Because really, with your little black dress. So stunning. 220 carats of turquoise. So it depends if I'm having a posh day or not. Turquoise or turquoise. I think we're having a posh day. Very, very lovely. 10mm rounds. Now this is reconstituted turquoise, so you get all of the turquoise. You sort of a little bit like when you get the reconstitution of the pearls, and you kind of grind it down, and then you reconstitute it and form that perfect spherical 10mm round. It's a great way of doing it, but the colour, it's all about the colour. All about the colour on this turquoise. 220 carats. They are looking pretty fantastic. One of December's birthstones, of course, as well, so very apt for December, but just makes me want to be on holiday whenever I see turquoise.
Oh,
it's
definitely.
a happy gem, isn't it?
It most certainly is, especially when you've got such a sizable gemstone.
Lovely with jump rings in between as well, or little bead caps if you want to do something quite simple. I'm sure you'd be much more elaborate than that. But and I tell you what, Christmas price coming in. Christmas treat coming in for you, because you need some extra pounds and pennies that you can then put towards some extra pigs in blankets on Christmas Day. I love a pig in blanket, not a pig in a real pig in a blanket, because that would be a waste of time. Although it would look quite sweet. No, pigs in blankets. Do like those at Christmas. £10.95. You've got to keep warm at Christmas. 220 carats of turquoise. They are glorious. Big, sizable gemstones here. And they're quite workable for anything, really. Whether you're talking bracelets, necklaces, even one of those as a drop earring wouldn't be too large, would it?
No, it wouldn't. It would look absolutely delightful. And you could utilise the same bead caps that you were using in the bracelet design and sort of reflect that in the earrings, make a suite, spread it out a bit. They'd look amazing with champagne gold wire. Ooh. They'd look fantastic rosary linked.
Nice.
Lots of different ways that you can use them.
That would actually, the rosary link could look superb with those. Just gives it kind of time to breathe a little bit, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
Oh, I like that idea. £10.95, bargain. Very, very well done indeed on those. You can almost get yourself 2 of those, to be perfectly honest. So yeah, very, very beautifully done indeed. Right, first star buy is coming up, and it's our little daisy. So if you got the bee, you will probably need the daisy. So let's bring this to you straight away. Oh, it's going to be one of those nights tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. We are having a lot of fun, and I hope you are too. Whatever you are doing right now, if you've just come in from work, whatever you're up to, maybe you're in from work, maybe you're just getting ready to go to the gym, whatever you're doing, it's lovely to have your company. Right, have a little look at this. So beautiful. They are glorious, aren't they? Look at the detail. Look at the detail in that connector. Let's hold it against the black so you can see it a little bit more. I just think this is one of the larger of the connectors that I've brought to you. It's two-tone again, so you've got the silver and then you've got that lovely richness of the daisy, which is exactly what you expect to see. If you think about perhaps making your daisy chains when you were younger, and you've got all the little petals. Do you remember making that as a child, making your daisy chain? You sort of separated that, what would be, is it the stamen of the flower with daisies, the centre? That's what you generally call. I don't know if it is for a daisy, but
I guess so, because
I'd have thought
just
so.
so many of them. It's clustered together and it looks like a pad, doesn't it?
Yeah, and you used to pop the end of the daisy, the little stalk, through the centre and make your daisy chains.
Oh, I used to do that a different way.
Oh, did you? How did you do it?
At the end of the stalk of the daisy, you used to put your nail through it and split it, and then pass the next daisy through it.
Oh, I did it that way as well.
Yeah.
Oh no, maybe I did do it that way. Maybe I didn't do it the way I said at all. Popping it through the centre. Yeah, because that wouldn't work at all, would it?
Well, you'd end up with a rather interesting design.
Oh, daisy caterpillars. That's what we used to do, doing that way. You haven't lived. No, because if you go through the centre, you get one on the stalk, and then you just nip the stalk off, and then you pop the stalk through and thread them all on, all the little heads of the daisy, so you've got a daisy caterpillar.
I'm with you now. I thought you meant that you poked things through a caterpillar and I was starting to freak out slightly.
Oh no, it's all right, no caterpillars were hurt, but we made a daisy caterpillar that way.
That makes perfect sense, and I bet it was really beautiful.
It was, they were cute. They were cute, didn't it? I only had a goldfish, so I made daisy caterpillars. We are, well, sorry, I've made everybody though a little bit worried. We are going down to £7.95.
Oh gosh.
And it's so sizable, so sizable. I mean, that would be lovely.
Looks amazing on the wrist, looks amazing as a ring. It looks absolutely fantastic at the centre of a choker. But I'd like to see it in festival jewellery on the forehead.
Yeah. Oh, hello.
Just dangling down with maybe a silver bead beneath it.
Cute.
Gorgeous.
Really, really cute.
It's a really pretty piece.
And again, you could clip off, if you wanted to clip off one of the sort of the connectors, you could do if you wanted that just to fall down as a sort of an earring, or you drop down from the connector as well if you wanted to.
Yeah, or there's little offcuts of chain that you keep when you're sort of shortening chains and things. They're really nice to dangle off if you want to turn a connector into an earring, but you don't want to trim off the second loop. Just add a piece of chain, it looks really effective.
Yeah, with a tassel, you could add a tassel on. Lots you could do on those, but very, very pretty, really pretty. Or quite simply, very, very simple, sort of almost wish-like bracelet, a little bit of gold or yellow cord, and to make that into a wish bracelet would be really cute. Really, really cute. And how simple would that be? Very simple. The cord's all gone. We've got Christmas decorations.
I was looking, and then I realised how festive it was.
Just trying to... We've got owls and snowmen. That won't help right now. But £7, as nice as they are, £7.95 for your two-tone daisy connector, and a nice size as well, 20mm. Very, very lovely on those. So keep adding those to your order. 0800 644 655, and on the web at JewelleryMaker.com. Oh, that really wants to jump away and come home to you, doesn't it? Very nice. It's being naughty. And of course, don't forget, if you've got the bee in your basket, have you got a bee in your basket? If you have, or your bonnet, see, they go so nicely together. How lovely would they be to mix those up as little Christmas gifts or little Christmas cracker gifts, and you've made maybe one into a little pendant very, very easily if you wanted to. They're so sweet, but they are, yeah, a lovely necklace with both of those in your sort of incorporated into your designs would be beautiful.
Absolutely adorable. You could get two of the bees, one either side of the little daisy there.
Or even with shibori or anything, you could sew those onto the backing fabric.
You could, yeah.
They'd look so cool.
Do you know what it brings to mind for me? The way you can see the gold colour at the centre of the daisy, it reflects onto the petals of the daisy itself. It reminds me of buttercups.
Oh.
You know, when you were a child, do you like butter?
Do you like butter? Do you like butter? Yeah. That's what happens. That's what happens if you like butter. You get a little buttercup under your chin glowing away. Yeah, very cute. Not good if you got hay fever, but anyway. Right, shall we do? I tell you what. Let's bring them all together. Let's bring the bee and the daisy together with our ready-made daisy chain. Oh, this is divine. This is so lovely. So if you've got, let me just line those up so you can see those face up. Oh, this is really nice. Phil, it's like you've planned this show tonight. I don't know what's going on. It's very strange. Oh, look at this. This is so, so, so sweet. So you've got your big daisy chain connector. How about you connect your chain together with that connector? Spring jewellery. Let's think about spring jewellery. It won't be long. We'll be in the spring soon. Spring will have sprung before we know it. And if not, we can have a little bit of that just to hang on to for now. Lovely festival jewellery for that one as well.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect.
So nice.
I would want to make a hairpiece with the chain and then add the large charm to the centre.
Yeah, that would be gorgeous. What length are we looking at on this? 40 centimetres, so a really nice length. I'll show you the back. So it is ready for that connector, isn't it? You've got the little drop on there. Red. Oh, actually, that would be lovely as a sort of an elegant drop down the back of the neck as well, down the nape of the neck. That could be absolutely glorious. You could have that one side and maybe the bee the other side as well. So much you could do.
Yes.
We like these. That daisy does not want to stay in my hands, does it? 9 to 5 sterling silver, two-tone again on the daisy flower chain, but so much silver right the way round on that chain, and the two-tone just looks absolutely beautiful. 2.8 grams of sterling silver, heavy weight sterling silver on there, and we're looking at just £11.95. That is amazing. You can barely buy a basic silver chain for that, let alone one with all of this detail, all of that in the yellow, sort of the two-tone against the sterling silver, but definitely add in the big flower and add in the little... Let me bring in the bee again. Let's bring the little bee back. Oh, they're divine, aren't they? Hello, Sarah says, whoop, I'm here. Oh, bit of whoopage, fabulous. Sorry I'm late, have been playing with raccoons. Planted on the settee for the rest of the evening now, though. Playing with raccoons.
This is my friend Sarah from Suffolk.
Hello, Sarah from Suffolk.
She volunteers at a place where they have some rehabilitating raccoons.
I want to play with raccoons.
I know. It's my spirit animal is the raccoon.
Is it?
It certainly is.
How do you know that?
Oh, well, I'll explain in the break. In the break.
Okey-dokey. It's a long story.
It's a long story.
I want to know what my spiritual animal is, but I would like to play with raccoons also.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
they
that's
look
really
like
cute.
A little bit of Trixie.
Oh, you've had the best day ever. Can anybody beat that in terms of your day? I don't think so. I don't think anybody can beat. I've just spent the day playing with raccoons.
I am jealous. I'm feeling all of the jealousy.
I am. Big time. Trust me, I like playing, I'm with my cats, my little Bengals, but they're no raccoon. Ace. Could you bring them in on a lead, I wonder, a raccoon? Or to be scampering everywhere. Are you not... Raccoon or not to raccoon?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're up for the raccoons as well. Can we do pet day and I can bring in Mr. Binks and Bella? Be ace. They'd go nuts, mind you.
Probably shouldn't bring in my two because it'd be mayhem.
Would it destroy the studio?
It would be mayhem. Oh,
it'd be great though, wouldn't it? Show off pet day. No snakes. No snakes. Just lay that out there right now. No. Very. Oh my word. No, that actually makes me go funny. Stop. No. Say again, sorry.
What about a pygmy hedgehog?
Pygmy hedgehogs. Oh yes. Teeny weeny little pygmy hedgehogs. That would be cute.
Quite like tapirs as well. They're cool.
Tapirs. Yeah, they've got quite funny. Yeah, we could do those. Yeah. Random animals for bring your pet to work day.
It might be fantasy bring your pet to work day because I'm pretty sure we're not going to be able to snag a tapir and bring one in. But...
Probably not. Fantasy app. There, we could do this. I like it. £11.95. Very well done to all of you there. And Sandra, Julie, bidders in Yorkshire. A lot of people grabbing two of those as well. Oh, we're having some nice random conversations already. I love it. I love it. Right, box number 9. I wonder if schools and things, when they have... do schools have pet days? Or I wonder if they've had... Probably not. It'd be bring your teddy to school day, wouldn't it? wonder what the most random thing is that's in a day like that. Some places do bring your animal to work day, don't they?
I think so, yeah.
I don't know if they can do it now. Laws change, don't they? But I wonder what you could say. Yeah, I don't know.
I know that Laura and Claire have both brought their dogs in before now.
Yeah. See,
and I'll tell you in the break what one of them did.
Oh, I can probably guess. Oh, 24 carats of neon apatite graduated faceted rondelles. We couldn't do pet day if Ray was in though with my cat. She doesn't do cats, bless her. I always send her photographs or little videos of my cat. She's like that. All cats are evil. they're not her thing. 17 centimetre strand. Fantastic colour going on here. I mean, there's bright and there's neon, but they're huge. Thing is here, it's the size of them. You've got 2x1 and 4x2 millimetres. Neon apatite, you go 1, 2, maybe at a squeeze. If you're lucky, you might find the 3mm. But to get actually the 4x2 is just really quite sizable and just fabulous. I love neon apatite.
It's an amazing shock of colour with the moonstone earlier on as well.
Ooh,
that would be
nice.
Idyllic.
Oh, because I guess you're getting a little shot of blue from the moonstone.
It will.
And it's going to really highlight it even more so with the apatite.
It just works beautifully. I mean, with a non-performing white gemstone, it would look beautiful, but with a rainbow moonstone, it's going to look immense.
Oh, very, very nice. Yeah, get your hands on those. If we are hungry for your apatite gemstones, you have 24 carats worth and £10.95 only. I mean, that's straight away a lovely bracelet or a lovely necklace. How many of those did you say we had? Oh, 10, not very many. Was an Essex straight away in there, grabbing yours ASAP. But they are so sizable. When you've got that density or intensity, I should say, rather, of colour, they're very, very vibrant. That is pure summer jewellery for me as well. Although, little black dress moment to really give you that little lift, that little loo-la-la, will be absolutely beautiful. Not quite sure what a loo-la-la is, but you know what I mean.
It's akin to a wiggle-wiggle-woo. It's fine.
It is a bit like a wiggle-woo, absolutely. Love the language we concoct. It's wonderful. And the fact that you probably actually are with us and understand us is even more wonderful. JewelleryMaker.com on the web. Pop those into your basket and get those checked out on. You've got a full-on 17 centimetre strand, but look at that colour, even against the black of my jumper. Looks so fabulous. They're really striking. So last few of those available. Pop them in your basket and check them out because they are glorious. Oh, Deborah, spent the afternoon listening to my husband snoring. Does that count? Possibly not. How did you let him snore the afternoon? Mine would have lasted about 5 minutes with it. You know what I mean? Wake up! Snoring, it's not good, is it? It's not good. Oh, bless him. Oh, you've been in hospital. Oh, Kath.
Kath's had her teeth sorted today, so fingers crossed you're feeling better, darling.
Oh, bless you. Lots of love, Kath. Bless you. Well, hopefully you're out now. Are you back at home now? Hopefully, and then you can snuggle down and just relax. And I don't know whether watching us is going to make you feel better or worse. I'm not quite sure about that. Hopefully better.
Well, we can send lots of love and healing, can't we?
Exactly. Yeah, lots of big, not big, nice, gentle little hugs. And yeah, get better soon, my lovely. But at least hopefully you're home, which is good. So yeah, lots and lots of love. Right, apatite back. Let's do. Oh dear. Put the apatite back. I've lost my appetite. There are words Ruth has uttered never. I have lost my appetite. Words I never thought I would ever utter are, I like the rowing machine. What's that all about? Yeah?
I think it depends on the rowing machine, because some are awful and some are really groovy.
This one's not too bad. It's not, some are like the really old ones where you're really like, and they're dreadful. This one's not too bad.
And you're wobbling and it's like, am I actually at sea here?
No, this one's okay, but that's one thing I never thought admittedly, it's only on level 1, it's not very, you know. But 3 weeks worth of that now. 6:30 in the morning at the gym.
I'm impressed.
I'm impressed. I feel sick every morning I wake up and look at it, but now I'm really enjoying it. To be fair, I'm only doing it for about 10 minutes, it's not, you know, but you can't half feel it.
Yes.
Really, I never thought I'd be able to do the running machine with my back and hip and all the rest of me, but I like it. I like it. £14, just thought I'd share. £14.95, 60 carats of multicolour fluorite. They are really pretty. These are quite juicy. Juicy and delicious.
They are delicious, they're really fruity, and that facet work is perfect for this quality, isn't it?
Very much so. Turquoise, you've actually almost got, look at the ones right towards the, I nearly called them toggles, towards your tassels. They're almost aqua blue.
Oh, they are, aren't they?
Aren't they cute?
Absolutely delicious. You've got some bicolours in there as well, really showing you how this gemstone performs. It's glorious strand.
It's a really nice one. That's actually one of the nicest ones I've ever seen, I think. I think it's the variation of colour. It's not just a little bit purple or a little bit blue. There's real definition on that strand. I mean, that's just perfect as it is with the darker purples at the front. That's perfect just to restrand.
Oh, it is, yeah. There's real elegance and knowledge when it comes to the stranding of our gem strands. The people that do them have got a real eye for it.
In fact,
They're gorgeous.
If I just put those side by side, sorry, I do it like that. Look how really well colour matched. It's got to have been done on purpose. So look at the two, that's got to have been done. So you've got kind of the lighter, almost aquamarine shades. Then we go into the turquoises, and they kind of literally match up. Then the purples, the deeper purples, make your way. I mean, that is ready to be restrung. That's ready to go. That's so time consuming. Can you imagine just doing one of those? You've got all of those gemstones that have been cut and faceted, scattered on a desk or in the little pot, and you're having to do that, to colour grade that. Can you imagine the amount of time and effort that's gone into that? That in itself, I think, is phenomenal.
Oh, it absolutely is, and it's done by eye.
Yeah.
And by knowledge and by years of training.
Yeah.
It's absolutely fabulous. And if all you wanted to do was to make lots of earrings, they're all paired for you.
Yeah.
But I would restrand them as are.
Oh,
I think
so
they're
would
gorgeous.
Absolutely. Oh, you are home. You're home and, oh, bless you, in bed, very swollen, watching you all on Jem. Oh, bless your heart. Big love. Big, big, big love. I hope you feel better soon. And you're in the best place now, aren't you? Isn't it lovely when you get home and you're in your own bed?
Definitely.
It's the best feeling ever. Oh, bless you. Well, you take it, obviously, not going too far tonight. Stay in your bed. Get snuggled up because it's chilly outside. You're in the best place. Lots of love, doll. Sarah said, if it makes you feel better, I've also been playing with baby meerkats. Oh, but I had to clean out snakes and lizards first. Jem sent you loads of pictures. Well, we see the photographs. I love meerkats. Don't you love it when you see them and they're like that and they just go... And they fall asleep when they're standing up. And they just go, they are, what? I love a meerkat.
I've got a Jack Russell that thinks it's a meerkat.
Oh, brilliant. Mr. Binks thinks it's a meerkat sometimes.
Fair enough. They probably get on really
his
well.
back legs. Oh, yeah, the snake bit. Oh, I don't know. I couldn't, literally couldn't go anywhere near. So, yeah, that's made me feel slightly better. Because if you had to do that to see the meerkats, I'd have to just say, I can't. Baby meerkats as well. I bet they're teeny.
Oh, they're adorable.
Oh my gosh. Oh, baby meerkats. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Oh, right. Number 11. Let's dive into box number 11. Oh, I can't see it. Hold on. 11. Oh, it's under there. There we go. Box number 11. Has anybody here had like a fabulous pet? Anything slightly different to a cat or a dog or a goldfish or anything? No.
Killer hamster.
Hamster. Swan in the garden. You could claim that as a pet, maybe. Potentially. Tadpoles. I had tadpoles. Nothing exciting. No one had a llama or anything? No?
We've got a toad that lives under the back doorstep. Oh, and I can communicate with him now. It's great.
Okay.
It's a very unattractive face I make when I do the toad, but I'll do that for you in the break as well.
Okay.
You busy break?
I know, we've got a lot to catch up on the break. You've never kissed this toad, have you?
No, never
Just
seen
to
it.
check.
I only heard it.
Oh, you've just heard it. Are you sure it's a toad and not just a squeaky doorstep or something? Is it definitely a toad?
No, it definitely sounds like a toad.
Oh, you see, there we go. Sounds like a toad. Never seen it. You know, we'll let you think it's a toad. It's all good. Actually, Jem's communicating with the back step. Right, 20 carats of smoky quartz. These are lush.
Oh, wow.
These look like, these are my chocolate raisins. I love chocolate raisins. They look glorious. Absolutely beautiful. Look at the polish on these as well. Tumbled 10 by 8s, 14 by 10 on a 38 centimetre strand. They are so glorious. I tell you what, there's great clarity in those. You probably won't see that until you get those at home, but there are some wonderful, wonderful flashes of clarity. They're utterly beautiful. Got the most fabulous price on this. And please don't forget with smoky quartz, obviously is a Brazilian gemstone, you've still, even though like 12% of the Earth's crust is this kind of mineral, it's not all gem quality. It's not easy to find still. It still can take days and days of actually going into the mines and blasting through and then chipping to try and find the crystals. And then when you do find the crystals, it can take still hours and hours, if not days, to remove the crystals out of the rock face. And of course, removing the crystals is a really sensitive thing to do. I've tried to do it with a sunstone, demolished the whole thing. It was horrendous, but luckily it wasn't gem quality I was trying to get out. It's really hard when you think of all the pieces that have had to come out of the earth to create such a strand like that. It's quite phenomenal. And at £6.95, I mean, if I do that as a double wrap, how lovely is that straight away? They're just gorgeous, aren't they? Really rich. I'd put gold with these.
Oh, they'd be amazing with gold. I'd be inclined to pop them with pearls as well. Pearls and smoky quartz really work together. They look different with an antique bronze as well because it kind of enhances the tones.
I'm sure. And maybe if you've got your wire, maybe you've got any of your antique bronze. In fact, if you are looking for wire tonight, do stick around because we're going to wire fantastic you tonight. If you like the antique bronze, we've got a great deal for you coming up later on, which you're going to go crazy for. But they are such a, and I don't want to demean them. If I say that these are a staple for your jewellery collection, I don't want that to kind of bring their stature down, but they are they're so useful to have and they look amazing. Get these home and have a look at them. Even hold them up to the light because you will see caramels and toffees and lattes. They are so beautiful and they're so clear. They're so clear. Obviously, you can get opaque smoky quartz. You get really sort of lesser quality that's quite dull. They are superb, and that is a stunning price point. Stunning. I remember the first ring I had in gold that was a smoky quartz ring. It's about £80. My mum and dad bought it for me years and years ago. I look at it now. It was the palest piece of I don't know what. But I didn't know any better. No. Didn't know any better. I don't think I could have even said it was like a weak cup of tea colour. It was even less than that. In gold. I mean, that blows it out of its water. Beautiful. And there's nothing worse than a really weak cup of tea. I don't do builder's tea. It's got to be in the middle, but are you a builder's tea?
I don't drink tea. I'm a coffee girl.
Oh, you're a coffee girl. But it's strong, I'm guessing. Like yes. Stand your spoon in it.
Oh, yes. It tends to melt spoons.
Oh, crikey. Right. 50 carats. I've just got into green tea for the first time ever. Oh, no, it's a really nice one. I'll talk to you about that in the break. Pardon? I've not tried chai tea. That's hard to say. Not tried chai tea. No, does it?
Is it spicy? Is that the spicy one? Chai tea.
Oh, maybe I will. Maybe I will. If it's maybe I don't know. I'll have a little go. But yeah, I do like the this particular brand, a particular variety of green tea that's so lovely, so nice. Not quite as nice as gin, but it's nice. 50 carats of amethyst. These are luxury colours, aren't they? Very rich in terms of the purples. What lovely shapes.
They are.
Lovely plain button shapes.
And so useful. They sit beautifully against the skin. If you're just doing a stretchy bracelet with a couple of beads, I'd put those with some rose gold maybe. They look stunning. Yeah. And they sit so comfortably if you use a mouse or a computer keyboard. It's ever so easy to work with. Well, your jadeite bracelet you were wearing today, these are the shapes, aren't they? And it does, it looks so pretty. They're gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. And I guess you see most of the gemstone, of course, because they're kind of flat against the skin. Obviously, if they were side on, you do see a sort of maximum percentage of the gemstone, but lovely variation of tone in there as well. You've got some lighter, brighter ones, you've got some deeper, sort of more sensual colour, but my giddy aunt, £4.95. You're never going to go wrong at a price like that. Just even if we do that, and I know I must sound like a stuck record, but I do always say this, and I can't help it, but I just think if you're starting out, and even if you've been making jewellery for a long time, that on its own is phenomenal for less than a £5. Crazy. Crazy. Oh, Lena, our crazy, our fellow Leicestershire lady like myself. And how long is the break? You will manage to get all you need to talk about there. No. It won't. Yeah, 3 minutes. We're gonna have to pick one subject and then come back to it a little bit later on. We can talk quite fast though. We certainly can. And we've got 3 breaks this evening, so it's all good. That's quite true. That's quite true. We might even share on Facebook later. Might have another chat, carry it on Facebook. Yeah.
Maybe, depends what she's got to tell me. $4.95 though, very, very well done indeed. I love it when one of the JM off-screen staff, can't remember her name, does a dolphin's call. Is that Leah?
It is Leah. Unfortunately, she's not around just at the moment.
Is it her brother's, is it his graduation or something? Is she been to, unless that was the other day?
Yeah.
Was it? I saw, yeah, she looked a very proud sister. Very, very proud sister today. Yeah, bless her. Yeah, she does a good dolphin. My sister-in-law, I have to say, though, does the best dolphin impression ever. It's ridiculous. Honestly, it is a dolphin. She is a dolphin. Simple.
Amazing.
It's amazing. It's amazing. I wish I did have a recording of it. If I had one, I would play it to you now. Try and sort that out in the break. Stay with us. We have another star buy to share with you right now on our 12 kits of Christmas and getting close to our first kit. So let's bring to you a star buy. Oh, you will need to get your paws onto these. 758 carats of tiger's eye. Look at all of these. This is a smorgasbord of delicious chatoyancy. Look at, I've never seen so many tiger's eyes. And one particular plural, definitely plural. It's clearly not a tiger's eye. Wowee, look at all of these. Oh, these are divine. You've got various different shapes. Now, you're guaranteed 758 carats worth, guaranteed. You may get, what have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19 cabochons here. You might get 17, you might get 21, the word lobster, but you will definitely get 758 carats of tiger's eye, and they are perfect. See what I did there? Perfect. Perfect. Definitely got to grab your claws onto these. The chatoyancy is phenomenal. There's some lovely elongated sort of teardrops in there as well. Look at that, that would make a lovely ring, wouldn't it? You could wire wrap that within an inch of its life. It's going to look gorgeous. And do look at the back of these cabochons, if I can hold them. Do have a little look. I've got really slippery fingers today, haven't I? Do have a little look at the back of the cabochon, because you will still see some gorgeous, gorgeous chatoyancy in there. Almost like a little bit like wood, isn't it? Like mahogany or something. And you're seeing all the detail. But that chatoyancy, almost like a tiger's eye, sort of opening and closing and winking at you. Wonderful different shapes. We've got teardrops, pear shapes, ovals in here. You might get cushion shapes. Literally 750 carats for £11.95. £11.95 for that. That's incredibly, incredibly stunning. And you've got different depths. I don't know if you can, let me grab two of those again. So it's not just the different sizes. See that against my top, there we go. So you've got different depths, different sort of parameters on every single one of these. They are looking gorgeous. I mean, there are pendants to be made, there are rings to be created, there are feature pieces for bangles, so much you can do. Even if you're getting some of those gemstones and you're kind of sticking them together and using them perhaps on your shibori, or lots of different ways of encompassing and using your cabochons, but that's a dream opportunity, isn't it? Don't they look glorious? 758 carats of tiger's eye cabochons. They're rich, they're chocolatey, but how superb is that quality? That's an amazing, amazing bundle of cabochons, isn't it? As I said, I can't guarantee how many you'll get, but you will get that carat weight. And I always suggest on these it's worth getting two, because you will get different shapes and different sort of tones. So I would always get two of those. Hello, Nikki. Nikki says, hi, Ruth, Jem and crew. Been watching JM all day. On Friday, I'm going to a Christmas craft fair at Sandringham. Oh, that sounds a bit posh, doesn't it? Oh, wow, that's going to be lovely. I do like the fact that it's Christmas craft fair time.
Definitely.
It's so nice. It's so nice. That's when we get Christmassy as well, when we go to the craft fairs, isn't it? I love it. And especially sometimes the evening ones, and they're all lit, and it's always so lovely. Do you know what? I haven't been to the German market forever, Michael. For years. I know. It is a fun old time. It is. Maybe you could take me, Mike. We could go one night. Oh, you're all going to go? Oh, OK. I thought we were on a date then. Kelly. Why would you be on a date? Don't sound so offended by that. Why would we do that? I ought to be seen out with you on my own. How rude. My 10-year-old has a pet No, Kelly, no to a snake in bed. No, why would you? Why? I can't cope with that. Thing is, I would never sleep. I'd be lying in bed thinking it's going to get out. It's going to get, I'm going to wake up. You know, you see those films and you're lying in bed and you start to see the duvet and the snake's going up. I'm like, oh, no, can't do it. Can't do it. 11 pounds. And suddenly it's like, no, horrible. Right, £11.95. Right, I'll just get myself together. We'll start. I don't even like worms. Worms stand on end on the garden. Did you know that? And they do. Stay with us. Well, let's go and find a happy place in the break. This conversation's gone very bizarre. We've got our first kit coming up for you. Our 5th kit of Christmas. Don't go anywhere.
The Jewellery Maker Wall of Fame is where you get to showcase your skills as a jewellery designer. Each week, one lucky entrant will win £100 credited to their account, and the runner-up receives £50. If you want to enter your design, just send a photo to studio@jewellerymaker.com, or you can post your photos to Jewellery Maker Studio, Ivy House, Henley Road, Studley, B80 7DU, and make sure you don't forget your customer number. Get making and good luck. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Did you know that if you go to JewelleryMaker.com and sign up to our mailing list, then you'll receive 10% off your first order with us. We'll also keep you updated with special offers, theme shows, program guides and Jewellery Maker tutorials. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share. Owning a strand of genuine gemstones is always exciting, but being able to use it in your handcrafted jewellery, then passing it on to its new owner with proof of its authenticity is even more incredible. Why not add one of our printed authenticity cards to your order and share that same feeling with your customers? You can also access online authenticity certificates for items you have previously ordered by looking at your order history on your account details. The certificate gives you valuable information about your purchase and is your guarantee of quality and peace of mind from Jewellery Maker.
Our brand new Get Started with Jewellery Maker page has been created to provide help and guidance for jewellery making newbies. If you need design suggestions, hints and tips, or help with perfecting your jewellery designs, we're here to help. Head over to facebook.com/getstartedwithjm, where our talented in-house designers are happy to answer your jewellery making questions, offer inspiration, and get you started in your jewellery making journey. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Hello and a very warm welcome back. After all of that, we hardly spoke about anything in the break. We suddenly went, what are we going to talk about? I can't remember. We had technical issues with the microphone as well, so it's all gone out the window. I'm sure we'll remember later on though. I'm sure we will. Right, I've got something special here for you. Before we go and have a little look at the first kit this evening, which is our Last Christmas kit. Makes me want to sing, that does. Classic, doesn't it? Last Christmas. That's a song that gets you all Christmassy and in the spirit,
definitely.
Isn't it? Especially the video as well. It's like, oh, it's Christmas. Oh. We're going to bring to you a chain first of all, which is really looking super, super luxurious. Very, very pretty and exceptionally sparkly. But before we go anywhere with this chain, we've got to talk about the grammage. 4 grams of sterling silver. That is huge gram weight. in this particular necklace. Huge. You find necklaces with 0.7, 0.8, 0.9 very, very frequently. If you find a chain that's 1.4 or a 2 gram chain, you're doing really well. 4 grams in a chain, I barely hear that. That's something I don't ever really expect to sort of hear too regularly. It's 20 inches, so you've got a nice longer length on that, which is 51 centimetres. Nice big bolt clasp on that one as well. And that, to me, really makes a difference. I've got 1 or 2 chains at home that I love, but the bolt clasp is so fiddly. It's so little and fiddly. It's so annoying. And actually, quite hard to do up, quite hard to see. And actually, if you're popping a pendant on it, I've got one that I need a new rose gold plated one actually, that I have a little diamond drop on it and it's fallen off once already, and it's that thing of going, you don't feel confident. I feel confident with this because it is so strong. It has got that good ground weight. You've got a very nice big bolt ring clasp on there, and you've got all of that luxury, all of that look of solid yellow gold without the expense, because although you've got precious metal, you've got 9 to 5 sterling silver, you've got the gold plating over that, it's still precious metal over precious metal. Whichever way you look at this, it's still solid precious metal. But if that was solid gold, solid 4 grams of gold, I would even say triple figures quite easily on that for 4 grams of gold, because of all the detail you've got in here as well. But we can cut back that price for you very easily. Then you've got the diamond cutting, and this is where it gets so exciting because it really sparkles. You know, when you get that super sparkly tinsel on your Christmas tree and it just glistens, and even when you're not looking at the tree, you can see it out the corner of your eye glistening. See, everything's going to be Christmassy tonight. It's so beautiful, and you've got this twist in here as well. These are flying out, not surprisingly. Somebody's bought 3 straight away. I mean, this is lovely. It's going straight down on price. If I hold that up to my neckline, sits just about there. Nice length as well. Nice to have. Wow, now that's certainly a deal. Oh my goodness me. Well, I was hoping for like 29, 27, 24, $12.95. This is solid precious metal. Gold plating over sterling silver, that's incredibly fabulous. You don't even need a pendant on that.
You absolutely don't. You know the helix style tinsel that you get, that's what it reminds me of, the ones that sort of move, and you only just have to breathe and that's going to catch the light and look amazing.
It's so pretty. It's so pretty. And look at it from there, even as I'm sort of talking to you, it's twinkling. It's twinkling away. My mum would love that as well. That's very good. My sister would love that. And you could put a pendant on it. Obviously, that will take a really nice sizable pendant on there if you wanted to, but a great size to have. The 20 inch is lovely. It's not too high, again, it's not a choker, and it's not too long either. It's just nice. If you've got some sort of open neckline jumpers or blouses, similar to the one I'm wearing, it's just going to sit beautifully in the neckline there. So that on its own just absolutely works. And although I've got kind of the silver sparkle in my top, still works. It still goes together. That gold and that silver is a wonderful, wonderful blend. But how fantastic. I'm sure a lot of people are buying this for gifts today. I'm sure a lot of you, because that could be your you know, at work, if you kind of split things up and you say, okay, let's do Secret Santa. It's normally a tenner, isn't it? £10 note. Don't spend any more. Or even with family, with my husband's family now, because there's so many of them, we just do pick it out of a hat and you buy one gift for that person. £10 limit. Well, if you go to $12.95, no one's going to tell you off. That's going to look so expensive. You are going to look like you've literally blown the budget on somebody. That's not a stocking stuffer or a stocking filler prezi. That's a main prezi. That's keep it for Christmas, keep it for Valentine's, keep it for whenever, whatever. But at $12.95, make sure you buy one for you as well. That's a from me to me kind of a present. I'm dreadful. Are you like this? I'm dreadful at Christmas. I know it gets to Christmas and my mum was used to say when I was little, don't just wait until Christmas, put it on your list. I'd buy everything. Dreadful. Because it's in my head. I'm like, oh, I'll have one of those. I'll buy one of those. Could have had that for Christmas. I couldn't help it. Didn't have a snake for a pet. But when I lived in Louisiana, we found a nest. Oh, I can't cope. Of baby copperheads by the steps of our mobile home. It wouldn't have mattered to me because I would have just passed out. It would have literally... What did you do? Oh my goodness me, what did you do? Well, hopefully they moved ship and hopefully they found a different home. It was a mobile home, so maybe you moved. Oh my goodness me. I don't like that story.
Oh.
I did worry when I was travelling, when I went through Cambodia and Laos and everywhere, and I did, my big worry when I was travelling through those sort of parts when it was a little bit more sort of off-piste, I was thinking, if I see a star, what am I going to do? And I did in Angkor Wat, about 4:30 in the morning, wandering through, feeling all brave and lovely, took a big step, went, hiya, and made a large step, because there he was. There he was.
What,
yeah.
Spiders?
Spiders fine,
Really?
which is a good combo because my husband doesn't like spiders, so he can sort out if we not. Well, hopefully we'll have any snakes in Stratford upon Avon. But yeah, I can sort the spiders out for him. It's not so bad. It's not so bad. But very, very beautifully done on that one. Congratulations, they're lovely. Loads of you there on that one. Well done. Keep checking out on that. It's such a terrific price, and you can feel the gram weight on that. It's very, very heavy. So beautiful job. Congratulations. Lovely, lovely. Right. It is time for our last Christmas kit. Oh, such a good song, wasn't it? Yeah. Such a good song. And this Christmas we're giving you a kit, and it's so, so lovely. We have, I mean, you're going to love all of this. Let me grab my bits and bobs. It's phenomenal, is what it is, young Michael. Shall I take a trot on over? Shall I trot? Right, okay. I'm trotting because I've got quite clicky shoes on. I like these shoes. I haven't worn them really very often. Had these shoes for about 4 years.
Oh, they're lovely.
No, they're flat, Mike. They're like little patent shoes. They made me feel like I was a child again, but I've never worn them. But I was walking through the supermarket this morning and they were all clicking. I felt quite ladylike. Right, I'll stand still because it's quite noisy. I don't know what I had for dinner today.
I know precisely what you had for dinner today.
Well, yes, curry, because it was all over my glasses. They fell in the bin. I went to, well, it was Thai actually. I went to clean my plate, because I'm well trained, into the bin, looked at, and they fell off in the bin, in the curry. Wasn't good. Could have been my teeth. Right. Okay, shall we have a little look at the kit? It is amazing. You have made so much here, my lovely. It's in 2 parts, and you will want both of them. You'll need both of them. It goes without a shadow of a doubt. But look at all of this. I have to say, lovely lady, you have gone ring-tastic, which I am loving as well on all of this.
I hadn't quite realised that I had done 5. And then at the top of the show, it's like, oh, 5 gold rings. I did 5 gold rings. I was quite pleased with myself.
Of course, that is the 5th kit.
Yeah.
Ah! Gems, 5 gold rings. Love it. You see.
Totally
so
wasn't
clever.
planned.
Just pretend it was.
It was planned.
She planned it. All mapped out for days working on it. So 5 gold rings, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13 pieces of jewellery. And so different.
Yes. I like to try and spread out the styles a little bit.
Well, it's nice to have the opportunity to have a little look at different things, and hopefully there'll be something that you're kind of drawn to. Some very nice statement necklaces. A lovely owl. Ooh, ooh, ooh. He's a hoot. Our little owl. We need to name him. I'm going for Roger.
Albert.
Roger the owl.
Albert.
Albert.
Albert. That's superb. I'm not saying that. Ruth can say that. Hang on a minute, where do his trousers come up to?
That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Albert. Simon Cowell. That's brilliant. That's brilliant. Simon Cowell. Oh, I love it. Oh, that's great, that is. Oh, that's genius, that is. Oh, I'm a bit warm now. I knew I shouldn't have put a vest on. Right, Simon the Cowl. Should we show you the kit first of all? It's
probably a good idea.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Right, so, part 1 of the kit. I've left all my notes over there as well. It's all good.
Do you want me to go get them for you?
We have our... I'll trot over in a minute. We'll have a little look. Michael's on it. Michael's on it. Just the pieces of paper, thanks. I'll tell you why in a minute. Thank you, Darl. There you go. There you go. It's all good.
Seamless.
It's because it's the cut I wanted to talk about. That's why. Because this is the first time I've brought this cut. I've not done it before. The Zillion. Not Zillion. Yeah, the Zillion heart. That's right, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, the Zillion heart. You'll love it. Zillions as well. This is about your sparkle. I can't stop thinking about Simon Cowell.
Breathe.
Oh my goodness me. And Albert though as well, I have to say. Both genius. Oh my word. This is part one of your kit. So you've got the lovely and rather large, look at these. These are utterly epic. They are so beautiful. That is your Swarovski Jet Zillion Heart pendant. You get 2 of those. And they are so intense, but that polish is remarkable. And the Zillion cut that you've got, I mean, the Zillion cut, it stands for the utmost brilliance, the most intense sparkle, and this fascinating sort of optical vision that you have in terms of the light. The benefit of that is just, as you can see, you catch that in the light, you see it twinkling. It is utterly amazing. There's so much on that. It's kind of a one-of-a-kind brilliance in this sort of intense luminosity that you're seeing on that one. It's a totally different scale. It's so fantastic. You can see it there. And of course, because of the technique and the way that they cut, the Swarovski cut, the crystal, it's so precise, isn't it?
It's perfection. It's super clean
gorgeous.
and it draws the eye. Just
Very
brings
much.
that in.
Yeah, it's beautiful, beautiful. Mesmerised by that so much. You've also got the 4mm jet fire polish beads, which is a 38 centimetre strand. Yes. No.
38 pieces, maybe?
38 pieces, yes, I was going to say they're shorter, aren't they? Yeah, so you've got 38 pieces of the jet fire polish. I love these names as well, they're amazing. You've also got the same amount, the 38 on the Nebula. Love it.
I know, gorgeous.
Love it. The Nebula jet fire polish. Then you've got the Californian silver fire polish beads. You've got the 6mm and you've got the 8mm on there as well. But they are just utterly beautiful. And are they the same colour, the hearts?
In my listing, they were described slightly differently.
I think it's just jet black and jet, but I think they are the same, aren't they? Jet black and jet? I would say, yes, technically, I would say they look very similar. But that is just...
That's my favourite one. That's my favourite of all of the strands.
Is this £11.95? That's amazing for £11.95.
Isn't it? Just the hearts alone.
Wow. Oh, this is special. This is really special. Owl liver.
Oh, very good.
Owl liver.
Owl liver.
I love it.
Yep.
Owl liver. Never before as a boy asked for more. £11.95. Thank you for that. There he is, Owl liver. That's Simon Cowell's brother. Unbelievable opportunity for you to get this. It's all going funny tonight. They look amazing, don't they? Let me pick all of those up.
Oh, they're lovely. Can you imagine just
goodness.
those restranded as skinny bracelets?
Oh, and you can... Thing is, for this kit, and really for this as an opportunity, you can afford to do it on this kit.
You absolutely can. And talking about the California colour, it's kind of like the most beautiful meshing of gold and silver together. And you can either set them so that they're all sort of golden one side and then reverse the piece so you have a reversible piece of jewellery.
Oh, I see.
Or you can just go haphazard and random with them and they reflect so beautifully. It's really clever.
It's really clever. You can see that up close. If you just sort of focus on maybe one of those gems, there we go, that's what Jem's talking about. So if we make our way around... They seamlessly, I mean, that's incredible. There's no line, there's no sort of beginning or no end. They merge seamlessly from the silver into the gold. But what a wonderful way of doing that. That's very impressive. And total party season. Just amazing for Christmas.
They are, they're lovely.
I'd have to get 2. I'd have to get 2 because I would want just some simple bracelets from those, but then you're going to be inspired by what Jem's done anyway. So I think you're going to really want to get your hands onto these. They're amazing. I'm genuinely stunned that's £11.95. That's incredible. That's really good news because we're on a bit of a budget, aren't we? We're all sort of saving hard for Christmas. We know we've got lots of prezzies to buy, but think of the presents you can give from these kits. How much you've got here to be inspired by, whether you're deciding to make a fabulous pendant necklace, a more of a choker design, the earrings, all of those rings. This is so good. You need part 2 of the kit though, so let's bring these over here a moment. Like a pair of eyes and little smiley faces going on there as well. Ooh. Very lovely. Oh, these have to be some of the brightest most wonderful pearls when it comes to colour I think we've ever seen here on a JM. I know as soon as, you know, as we saw this kit together, got these fabulous colours, this gorgeous sort of champagne, the metallic sort of blues that you're seeing in the pearls, and this shot of colour, this incredible sort of bright yellow that's popping through in there as well, is just sensational. To see all of these together is just absolutely fantastic. And I know as soon as, obviously, getting all the kits home, as soon as Jem saw these, that colour was one of the first things that she kind of fell in love with in terms of this kit.
Definitely.
They're just so different, aren't they?
They really are. And something that Phil noted was how evenly sized and shaped they are. When you see them on the strand, you can see just how uniform they are, which is amazing. But when you see them in owl liver, I'll be honest with you, Phil thought they were seed beads.
He did, didn't he?
Yeah.
He did, yeah. For quite a time this afternoon, he was talking seed beads. Then he got totally confused when you were talking about pearls, and he went back and went, oh, they're not seed beads. Okay. But you can see them there in their uniformity. Really lovely. As our liver is spreading open his golden wings. It's gorgeous. It's very pretty. I mean, that on its own, you've got to have a go at that. You have to give that a go. So we've got two of the, we'll talk about the wire in just a second. So you've got your champagne freshwater pearls, which are so delicious. That's the nuggets, and then you've got the dyed black, and then you've got that, well, we call it gold, but it's a real sort of, it's a yellow gold, isn't it? It's a really bright, beautiful yellow gold of the pearls. Then we talk about wire, because you are getting not 1 or 2 or 3, but 4 spools of wire. So you're getting 4 of these. Now, this is your champagne gold, which I just adore. It's kind of a softer gold, isn't it? It's
got that lovely golden sheen to it, but it's not your Midas in-your-face gold. It's rather more subtle, a little bit elegant, a little bit grown up. Yeah. It's absolutely beautiful.
It's really pretty. Let me just stack these up so you can see. We'll go through the different gauges as well. Let me bring them over here. Am I going to do those the right way around? You've got 2 of the 0.4. Just make sure those together. Yes, you got 2 of the 0.4. And then we've got the 0. No, I've not got those right. Hold on, sorry. 0.4, 0.4, 0.4. I've got 3. I've got 3 0.4 and a 0.8 here.
Would you like to borrow my 0.8?
Could I borrow your 8?
You can.
Thank you, darling.
Yes.
That's why I was confused. I'm looking at those thinking, something's not right there. There we go, that's better. So, and you can see the difference. So you've got your 0.4, 2 of those, that's your 0.8, so we're going a little bit thicker, then thicker still for the 1 mil on there as well. So you've got all 4 of those particular wires, and they're all that lovely champagne. You can see the difference actually. It's almost a slightly more subtle, sort of slightly softer tone almost on there. So if you love rose gold, I think this kind of sits in between really. It's very pretty, it's very elegant, very feminine, and not so loud, I guess, maybe is a term.
It is that subtle edge of gold.
Very elegant, but look at that, look at the shimmer, the gleam that you get. It literally looks like spun gold as you're seeing it there. You can imagine Rumpelstiltskin there spinning away, turning straw into gold. Very lovely. So you get all of that wire, and there's a lot of it. There is a lot of wire in there.
Yeah, it's absolutely amazing.
And obviously with your higher gauge of the wire, your I've got 2 0.8s there. I didn't think that was...
Right, one of those 0.8s is mine that I lent you.
That one.
So if I take that back...
Yeah, now I've got... Should we start this again?
Can we check the kit listing, because that's what I had?
We get 2 0.4s, 1 0.8, and then...
Would you like to borrow that instead?
Thank you, my lovely. It's a larger spool. We get there eventually. Well, that's because that's Jem. She's used hers. That's why. That's why it looks a bit skinny, because that's what Jem's got left. So there we go. We got there eventually. I wonder how many people at home were going, that's not right, Ruth. That doesn't look right. So that's one of the larger gauges we have, isn't it, the 1.25?
It is. It's an absolute dream to work with. You can make your structural pieces with it. It's ideal for rings, absolutely fantastic for making torque necklaces. And if you're looking to make framework for things such as Gemma makes, she makes the birds, such as Alison Tarry makes, the rocking horse and so on and so forth. Absolutely superb. gauge of wire to be useful.
So is that what you've used as the actual structural part? And they are really, really solid. They're lovely.
Yes, they're absolutely fantastic. And if you make your jewellery to sell, they're beautiful for displaying at craft fairs on. And if you make them in an actual human size rather than a display size, it means that you can give them away for either a very nominal fee or for free, and people can wear their jewellery straight away.
It's nice to have them as like a free up, an upsell or a freebie.
Absolutely.
You've kind of obviously put it all into your costing. So 4 wire, which we've sorted out in terms of gauge eventually, and then obviously you've got your 4 strands of pearls, and all of this for £24.95. Just brilliant. So if you wanted to say £5 a sort of a strand, you've not got a lot left for your what, £4.95 for all of that wire? No, not happening. But it's all in there. It's all in there. And you can see from Jem's creations so much that she's managed to put together with all of these pieces. Obviously, get part 1 of the kit, 'cause that's only £11.95, so make sure you're adding that into your order. Oh, you've got some... Caught it. You've got some pieces left as well?
I have a little fistful of pearls left, and obviously some elements of wire as well. So that could be made into a cluster bracelet all by itself.
Yeah, very easily. And you, well, what did we say? 5 gold rings, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 pieces of jewellery here. Pretty good going. I should have worn something actually. I might pick something up in a moment. You know me, I can't help myself, a little magpie. But some very, very wonderful ideas. So if you want to have a little go at any single one of these, let me give you that one back. Then I think we're up to... Did I get one of your...
No, I have the other one back.
Aren't we? Okie dokie. Fabulous. So... Jem, what are you going to share with us?
Well, I thought we could do the little heart pendant that's closest to us. Yeah. Just because it's something a little bit different and something that we've not seen recently, I don't think.
No, that's lovely. Fabulous.
Wunderbar. Okay, so there are 2 elements of wire that we'll be using for this demonstration. We're going to use about 16 inches of the 1.25mm gauge wire and around about 20 to 24 inches of the 0.4 gauge.
Perfect.
Which is wonderful. When you get 2 reels, you can really go to town and you can recreate all sorts of things. And there's one of the pendants is made in a semi-cardioid design, and that is quite wire hungry. That's the one, yeah.
Yeah. How did I know that was a semi-cardinal design? There you go. The one with a lot of wire on.
That's the one, yes. So that is quite wire heavy in terms of the 0.4mm gauge.
Reminds
so
me of
it's
a
fantastic.
Shell, like a conch shell.
It was very organic and kind of sea creaturey in its inspiration.
Lovely. Beautiful. Okie dokie. I might have to wear one of these, I think, because they're so glorious.
You're welcome to.
Thank you. Thank you. Righty-ho. So where do we start?
So we're beginning with the around about 16 inches or so I have here of 1.25mm gauge, and we're going to use that to create the basic framework before we add on. So just running between thumb and forefinger initially just to get some warmth into the wire, and this enables us to just add a little bit of flexibility. And then we can work on with some flat facing pliers. I'm using my chain nose as usual. And what we're going to do is come in about 2 to 3 inches from one of the ends and put quite an acute angle on there. So we'll want this to come straight up, which will turn into a bail at a later date. And again, as I say, it's quite an acute angle coming up there. Now I'm going to use my wooden ring mandrel to generate the first lobe of the heart shape. And if I can show that on 2 if that's preferred. So what I'm going to do is just push that around. So you can see I do need to lift that slightly because otherwise the tail of wire is going to just push out of the way. So you can see how easily that makes your first heart shape. So if I show that on 4, you can see that is a really easy and simple way to make a heart. Now you can make a chubby heart by coming all the way around smoothly. Or what we can do, if I just change my grip, is use my thumb to put a little bit of a curve at the bottom. And we're going to make quite an angular heart.
Nice.
So I'm going to come back in again with my fine-tipped bent chain nose pliers. I always get that wrong. One of these days, I'm actually going to be able to get through that. So I'm going to push that back around, up, so that it's fairly symmetrical. Now you do have the option to make a symmetrical heart or an asymmetrical heart. The choice is entirely yours. So I'm just going to put my thumb into that little groove at the bottom there again, and then reintroduce the wooden mandrel exactly the same way as we did before, but in reverse. So drawing that around, and if you see that that's not quite the right size, then you can shift that along the mandrel if you need to.
Okay.
So bringing that back into position and drawing the wire down. Now you can see that it's much wider on the right hand side at the moment, and all we're going to do is just draw that in together, coming back in with the pliers. I'm just going to call them pliers,
Just
it's
call them-
much
it's easier.
easier. You know what they are. And just get those to sit. I think we'll go vaguely symmetrically on this occasion. What I need to do now is to get this tail of wire to go towards 9 o'clock as we're looking at it right now. And what that enables us to do is to wrap several times around the upright post or the neck of the pendant, which will turn into a bail later. Now, one of the tricks that I've learnt over the last couple of years is that if I want to wrap quite a heavy gauge wire, and this is 1.25 mil, when you start pulling that around a post or a neck in this instance, what can happen is you can start eating into the section of the design that you don't want to move, you don't want to lose that shape. So what you can do to help stop this is open your design out slightly, and you can see where we've got that line of wire coming over to the side. I'm going to count about 1.5 to 2 mils. Maybe if I come over the top it'll be easier to see. Give that quite a tight hold with the pliers and then draw up and over. And if I show that above, we're creating a link and a loop around.
Lovely.
Like so. And what we will then do is continue with this tail all the way around the neck. Now I'm going to do that 4 or 5 times to generate some space between the first heart shape and the second half heart shape. So that will become apparent. Now, what the wire will want to do as you go through this manoeuvre is it will want to eat up this section of wire that you've already curved. So you can overcome this by gripping hold of your first framework to make sure that we're only using the tail of the wire and we're not eating into this half lobe. If it all goes a bit wrong, just say, well, I meant to make an asymmetric heart. That's what I would do.
Yeah.
And it'll all be fine because you can fix it later. It's all good. But that's one way of stopping that from happening. Another thing that you can do is to pop a thumb and forefinger into the lobes of the heart like so, and then draw that tail around, but you do need some quite strong strength in your fingers. Okay? So I'm just going to wrap that around a couple of times, just to generate some space. There we go. Now I've gone quite quickly there, so what has happened is some of the wire has disappeared, but we're not going to overly worry. We're just going to crimp that coil down slightly, and to seal this shape now, I'm going to put a forward bend on the upright, like so. And I'll show that like this, which we will turn. You see, the wire has come forwards of the design. We'll turn that into a bail a bit later on. It's just a basic wrapped loop, which you've seen us do a number of times. Any problems at all with a basic wrapped loop, you can give me a shout on my page, which is JM Guest Designer Jem Hawkes, Jem with a J. But we're going to leave that for another time. So I think I prefer the wire coming from behind. So you can see we've got the inside of our heart has been created. Now you can, if you want to adjust that shape slightly, go for your life. But we're going to add a little bit more warmth in the tail of that wire and draw it around. Now before I do anything too much down here, what I would do is wind on 4 times with a 0.4mm gauge around 20 to 25 inches and start adding your beads. Now in the display piece I've used some of the fire polish beads, and in the demonstration piece I've shown you how it can work with pearls.
Beautiful. It's lovely with the pearls as well.
It's beautiful, especially there are 2 strands of the dark pearls here. And one are quite organic and baroque, and these ones, some of them are almost drop-like and some of them are rice-shaped. It's a really beautiful
nice
strand.
mix, isn't it?
It's a lovely strand. So that's what it would look like if you chose to use your pearls instead of the fire polish.
And of course the pearls are the part of the second kit. If you've got the first kit with the fire polish, with the Swarovski elements, brilliant. They look fantastic. But definitely think about adding these on. Totally. Those pearls are just phenomenal. Where else are you going to get pearls like that? Those 3 strands, the champagnes and the sort of the more the black pearls, the metallics, the kind of the blues that are in there. But with those champagne colours and the champagne wire, it's such a great kit if you want to start somebody off with a kit like that, or you're a regular jewellery maker. Just those on their own, that is incredibly beautiful. That looks very elegant.
I think so, and it is really an essential because you've got those gauges of wire and you've got so much of the 1.25.
That's so lovely. I need to work with that.
It's fantastic, and it really is an easy wire to work with. Just add a little bit of warmth and it will go where you want it to go.
Beautiful.
So what I'm going to do is just show you how to generate the second section around the outside. And what I will then do is show you, if you've not seen before, winding on the wire and how to add the pearls. The technique that I will show you on this extended section will be exactly the same as what goes around the inside, but obviously you don't need to see the same thing twice. So I'm just popping a little bit of warmth into that wire and generating not an exact replica, but a reflection of that half of a heart. And then once we get down to the bottom, to the very little bit at the bottom, you've got a couple of choices. You could put your bend in here and coil up in one direction, or as we did in the demonstration piece, I'm going to come in quite close there, put a nice angle on, and then we'll just pop you a little coil on the end. So I'm going to use round nose pliers for this. Now what I would generally say is use the tip of your plier to get that coil started if you want a closed up loop. But what I'm going to do here is show you how to make an open loop. So you can see how I've used the round nose pliers to just get that one going, and then switch to the flat facing pliers to give that a little bit of a twist. So that's just a little bit of a reminiscent of the heart that we've made on display. Now all the photographs have been taken expertly already and they will be uploaded onto the website later.
Yes.
But what I'm just going to show you very briefly with one pearl, if I may, is just how to load on your design. So I'm just going to trim that section of wire, and when you finish your pieces, always take a second just to smooth that around, and then we know that that's not going to catch on anybody's skin, clothing, or unravel your design. So I've got the remainder, the residual amount of my 0.4mm gauge, and I'm just going to wind that around this outer half a heart 4 times at least. And what that will do is give you enough strength so that you know that that piece isn't going to come unwound. I think I've gone 5 times. So I'm just going to trim that end there, making sure that you look twice and cut once, rather than cut the wrong bit, as we have all done at some point in time. So I'm just going to slide on one pearl and get that to sit on the outer framework of our extra half heart. Oh, that's the wrong pearl, so sorry, I'll try another one.
I've adorned myself as well. I couldn't help myself.
Which one did you choose?
I went for the heart.
Yeah, it's lovely, isn't it?
It's just gorgeous.
Now this is a pearl from the other strand, so it's going to sit slightly differently, which I think could be quite interesting. So you can see, lovely, you can see that that's going to sit in a slightly different direction, which you could mix and match, or you could keep them all the rice shape. It's entirely up to you.
Yeah.
So just flipping back upright, you can see that I've wound on, my thin wire is coming over the top of the frame at the moment, slide the pearl into position, hold that and draw the tail underneath. So I've started over the top, that means I must come up underneath. We're always swapping sides, and I've just gone around 4 times, and then that is going to sit into position. If I just turn that up the right way, it might make more sense visually. So you would just continue until you have filled that extra heart section with as many pearls as you want, and then just fiddle with the wire until it sits like the one that Ruth has decided to wear.
To nabble.
She's nabbled it.
Nabbled or nobbled. Yeah,
no, I think it looks really lovely with the fire polish beads, but I just wanted to show that you could do that with the pearls as well.
And also with that, you've got sort of the rice bead shapes going around on one heart, you could do more of the nugget shape on the to frame. You could mix those up.
You certainly could. Or you could alternate one of each.
Yeah. Yeah, but that wire is so lovely. I have to get some of that because I need to work with that.
It's delightful.
It's so and just the champagne tone. I think a lot of us are loving that champagne wire at the moment. So elegant.
And it works so beautifully with the collection of the fire polish beads and those beautiful zillion hearts. It just works.
Yeah, got to have both parts of the kit in our opinion. And I've got the bangles lovely as well. And a similar technique on the bangle in terms of what you were doing on the heart with the pearl, in terms of wrapping that on and wrapping that on. Doesn't that look? See what a lovely, what a beautiful set. That bangle on its own I mean, if you saw that in a shop window, sort of, I don't know, £79, £89, because of the quality, because of the amount of pearls you've got, fantastic. But the price of the kit is so small,
Yes.
so tiny in comparison, when you consider that ring's beautiful as well, and happens to fit me.
It was meant to be.
Meant to be one of our 5 gold rings. This is your 5th kit so far today on our 12 kits of Christmas, and it's a lovely one. You do have 2 parts to it, so it's all good. So £11.95 if you want to take the Swarovski with the zillion hearts, definitely. But also make sure you are adding in the second part to the kit with all of those fabulous pearls and the copper wire. Fabulous. Can I borrow them for the next sort of 25 minutes? Is that all right?
Of course you can.
So I can feel all glad. Isn't it funny? Just by doing that, I feel like I'm dressed and ready to go now.
You do feel sort of elevated.
So different, isn't
and
it?
you certainly can take these 2 kits and make some really show-stopping cruise jewellery.
Ooh,
I've never been on a
cruise. Should we go?
Should we go on a river cruise? Because I get really seasick, so...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that would be a good option. I don't mind. I don't mind. We'll sort that out. So there we go. Congratulations if you're adding those into your basket. Very, very well done indeed. We'll come and see you in a bit.
Thank you, darling.
We're not going to stop talking to you though, do you know what I mean?
I hope not.
Obviously. We've got a cup of tea here as well. That's always exciting. Let's take that over here. So continue and keep adding those into your basket whilst you've got the charts. Let me pop that back on there. Ooh. She said. There we go. That bangle's lush as well, really, really lush. Oh, look at me looking, feel all elegant now. Right, let's dive into, right, box number 13 here is amazing. Great colour, great colour. This is so nice, this is so nice. My goodness me. Such a fascinating gemstone. If I had longer to talk about it, I absolutely would. I could talk about this for a long while. Couple of hours. Kyanite, graduated, faceted pairs. They are utterly perfection. Kyanite is such an intriguing, interesting, fascinating gemstone. This is Nepalese kyanite. Very possibly has come from the Kaligandaki region of Nepal. That's where a lot of this gemstone comes from, but it's very beginning, its very journey is just so mesmerising. Coming to you originally, it's from the rooftop of the world, from the if you think about the Himalayas, you think of the sort of the height of the Himalayas, right up there is where the gemstone comes from. Didn't start there. It started right down underneath the Tetras Seaway, and as the tectonic plates moved, I'm not going to get all techie on you or all geography-esque, sciencey, as the tectonic plates moved and they kind of sort of pushed together, very normally with tectonic plates when they do that, you get something called subduction. You get one that goes underneath the other one. That's how sometimes you get when you get sort of earthquakes and things, when the tectonic plates are moving, one goes under the other. In this instance, to form the Himalayas, that happened. They met and they both went, no, we're not giving up, we're not giving up. They rose up to create the Himalayas, and it brought with it kyanite all the way from under the seaway. It's been on a journey. It's survived that journey, and then from right at the top of the Himalayas, we've had to get the gemstone down, and it's done, obviously the mining's done by hand, it's taken away in sort of pouches or buckets, brought down sort of on the hillside with horses or donkeys, brought all the way down. Arduous journey for the miners, obviously, but look at it. It's phenomenal that it's got such an amazing story to tell. And we're talking about maybe a couple of parcels a year in terms of what you get from the rough in that location. It's got such great colour, and this is not enhanced. This is natural. This kyanite is representing a tiny, teeny percentage that is natural, and that's why I say it probably comes from the Kaligandaki area, because that's where it tends to be of this colour. It's extraordinary. It is something with history, with a lifespan, and so hard to cut. It challenges even the best cutters that work with this gem, because it's got 2 scales on the Mohs scale. If you think of diamonds that are 10, this could be 4.5 to 7. So at one angle it's really soft, one angle it's really hard. You've got to get that right. When it's cut and faceted, it's stable, it's brilliant. We are going to give you an even better deal. We're going to give to you tonight the lowest price ever for a strand of kyanite like this for 18 centimetres, very high grade, 50 carats of kyanite. Whoop, whoop. to that. $39.99. You've got to get it in your basket. You've got to get that checked out on tonight. It is so super lovely. And I actually think this is going to work really well with the kit coming up later on. Our wonderful Christmas time kit coming up later on. You'll look back to this strand and think, oh, the Kyanite could have worked with that. The Kyanite will work really well together with that. And even the champagne wire that you've just had in the kit, put that with these blues. They look, we can see it even with the pearl still. The champagne and the colour of the pearl from the kit, fabulous. But adding in that touch of Kyanite is such a wonderful complementary opportunity. They are superstars in their own right, and at a price like that, you have to. Well done straight away, Katerina. I've got another collector coming in. I've got Yorkshire coming in. I've got London, $39.99. And don't forget, look how many you've got. Because they're top drilled pear shapes, I always say with a strand like that, look at the colour, that's amazing. It's almost like you've got twice as much because they are jam-packed onto that strand. For me, they're heavenly. As I said, I could fly the flag for this gemstone. It's utterly superb, and you have something quite magical going on here for 50 carats of Kyanite. Have a look at it, get it home and experience for yourself the different shades, the different tones that are within here. It's mesmerisingly beautiful. Very well done indeed on that. Got a few more of those in baskets that need checking out on. Great work. Great work on that. That's just, as I said, I could sit and talk to you about that forever because I love it. So beautiful, so beautiful. Oh, excuse me, just choking on my own hair then. We have, turn my head too quickly. We have a really rather lovely cabochon. This is quite different actually, because of the kind of the almost the polish on the gemstone. It's not a matte finish. It's still polished, but you'll see this. Excuse me, with the picture Jasper. Excuse me, that's my Friday frog. He's a few days early. He is, or a few days late. I don't know. It's just a saying, isn't it? My Friday frog. I don't know where he lives the rest of the week. I know where he lives. He lives under Gemma's doorstep. Under Jem's doorstep. It's that toad you were talking about. It's the frog. 20 carats of picture Jasper. Well, what a picture that is. You've got some lovely detail in there. Gorgeous patterning. And he's all about... You all right there, Jem? Some wonderful character. They are pretty. Now, the one you've got there has got lots and lots of the darker shades. This has got some of the lighter tones on there as well, but it's really very well polished still. Even on the back, look at that. Really nice. They're such an interesting gemstone. And again, quite a soft colour, a colour that you could use with a lot of other different gemstones, but still big in carat weight. You've got 20 of these. It's a 20 by 30 millimetre cabochon, but such a lovely piece. Oh, that would be, see, let's bring that in. Look at that with the champagne wire. Again, if I just do that, really nice.
Oh, that's lovely together. Absolutely perfect.
That would make a really lovely big wire wrapped ring, wouldn't it? Oh, I'd like that with the champagne wire.
If you are new to cab setting, I always say that a 30mm cab is the perfect place to start.
Okay.
It's an easy size, but it's usable. You can use it as a ring, you can use it on the back of the wrist, you can make it into a feature pendant. And
lovely with the 1.25mm champagne wire that we've just had, perfect to make the shank of the ring. Yep. Nice and strong, as you can see on the back of that from the kit. Nice and strong, nice and sturdy. Definitely going to hold its form, as you were seeing that, but you could literally just wire wrap across and around, or you could do perhaps a little weave, a little sort of basket weave, would it be? Or a Viking knit maybe around there, is that the right term?
You could, yes, you could cage that in quite nicely. Yeah. Be lovely.
Really gorgeous. I mean, it's beautiful. And of course, to bring a pendant to get two of those and have a little suite of those would be absolutely glorious. So very well done on that. 20 carats of picture Jasper. It's such an, I love it because they're all so different. They're all so unusual. You can see they're more of the chocolate tones, more of kind of like the almost, I want to say almost like the matrix within the gems. They're almost like spider veins within that. Very impressive indeed. They are lovely, great quality on those. And again, of course, totally, utterly natural. Has to be. You can see it. So fabulous. Well done on that one. Very nice, very nice. Oh, I can pick, can I? Oh, Phil. I am going to go with. Oh, I'm going to go 19. I'm going to go with 19, and there is method in my madness. Have a little look. They're so sexy. These are so stunning. Red marksite. Ooh. The reason I'm picking this is A, because it's gorgeous. I just wanted to try that with a little bit of wire with the antique bronze wire. I like the look of those together. Really like the look of those together. I think that could be fab. That wire is coming up for you later on. 180 carats of red marksite. Now, I've brought to you the blue marksite. I don't know as I have brought to you the red marksite before. Might be the first time for me.
Oh, that's stunning.
Aren't they amazing?
And it would be beautiful, especially in the style of the pearl bracelet that you're wearing. Ooh. With the antique bronze wire you were just talking about. Absolutely
really nice.
Ideal.
Yeah, that would be lovely to see those together. So you could have the gemstone sort of running through, and then you could have the antique wire as the base for that as well. And there's some lovely rich colour. It's almost like if you see, I don't know if you've ever seen the reds coming through sometimes on zoisite, and you get those deep sort of mahogany reds. Really impressive. Or the ruby, when you get the sort of the natural ruby sometimes. Very, very deep, very, very intense, but that's delicious, isn't it? £7.95 for 180 carats. And look at the glow. You've got what looks like gold flecks and gold flashes within there. That's the beauty of your marksite. It's one of the most reflective and sort of metallic looking gemstones, but certainly one of the most reflective that you actually ever have. And marksite used to, well, marksite, as some people refer to it as marcasite. It was actually marcasite in its classic form, was a very Victorian gemstone, wasn't it? Instead of black diamonds, you used to use marcasite, lots of little marcasite gemstones in your jewellery, and it looked phenomenal.
It's one of the first pieces of jewellery that I ever bought for myself was quite a large piece of onyx surrounded with marcasites. Yeah. And it still holds quite a fond place in my heart, really. It's a beautiful gemstone, and just like this, it's gorgeous.
Yeah, it's lovely. The lustre is amazing from there. I mean, that reflection that you're getting, and you've got this really deep sort of mahogany cranberry tone that's bursting through on the gemstone. £7.95. Add it to your order. It's so special. And again, nice long strand. You've got 38 centimetres on there, so lots to have. Yeah, that'll work. Oh, okay. We got a message. Say it. Oh, I should never have started this, should I? Whilst in Sri Lanka, a snake, oh my word, slithered over my foot. I laughed. I laughed. The lady behind me screamed, oh, and collapsed. That was me. That would have been me. Oh my goodness. Mercy, that's just, oh my word. Oh, hedgehog, thank you. We're moving on. We're moving off that to hedgehogs. There was a young hedgehog living in my garden. I called him Clover, as that's where I used to find him, snuffling about. That's nice.
That's adorable.
A snuffling hedgehog called Clover. We like that. A little hedge pig. That's good.
My friend's found a cat in her garden a couple of months ago, and it has become their cat. And he's called Floofer, but they've also now rescued a hedgehog who got lost in their garden, and he's called Mr. Prickles.
Of course he is.
I know.
Mr. Prickles, he has to be.
And Floofer.
That's so cute. I like that. That's very, very cute. What do you call baby hedgehogs? Hedge pigs? Hedgelings? I can't remember what they're called. Baby hedgehogs. Hoglets. Is it hoglets? No, it might be hoglets.
Hoglets sounds really cute.
I think it might be. It's something really, really cute. I always get onto this.
Hedgelings.
They're called what? No, that's not right, Michael.
I know the Swedish word for hedgehog.
Do you? What's that?
It's igelkott.
I know the Swedish...
I don't know why that stayed in my head, it just did.
I know the Swedish word for... Oh, wait for it. It's not called a baby hedgehog. It's not. It's got to be a hoglet or something. It could be. No, I'm going with a hoglet or a hedge pig.
I like hoglet. Hoglet's cute.
I'm going to stick with hoglet. Yeah.
We've decided it's now a thing.
Yeah, it's now a thing. It's now a thing. It's our thing. My little bit of Swedish, I don't know why I get it's animals,
Please tell them what Mike said.
Mike just said it's like for a dog having a doglet. Or a catlet. A mouselet.
A horselet.
Horselet. A zebralet. No, I said zebra. Swedish for ladybird. Nyckelpiga. Spider. Spindle. Spider. Imse spindel können upp det tron.
I can't actually remember what the Swedish for strawberry is, but the direct translation is Little Earthman.
Oh, that's
which I think is just adorable.
Little Earthman.
Little Earthman.
That's my sister would know. She lived in Sweden for about 2 years. Yeah, I love it. Imse spindel. Right. Tell us more about the hoglets, Mike. Baby frogs are called froglets.
That's
They're not
maybe where we're
tadpoles.
thinking about it.
Yes, Mike. So there we go. Absolutely, froglets. I love it. Did you know you could get a mix of a zebra and a donkey, and they are actually called a zonkey?
Or a zedonk.
Oh,
it
is it
depends
a donk
which
as
way
well?
round it is.
I'm sorry. Is it? As I say, I never know whether they're winding me up. A zebra crossed with a horse. A what? A quagga. Oh, I thought you said a hawk. A hawk.
Please do that face again.
Yeah, I love it. I love all of this. I always talk about this. I'm very boring, but I love it. Right, we have magenta banded agate. We could mix some more gem. We could make some fantastic gems. Mix some gemstone names up as well, couldn't we?
Oh yes.
Get some nice, or baby gemstone. No, let's not get that.
Agatelets.
Agatelets. Little tanzanitelets and sapphirelets. Amethyst and sapphire. Amazaph. Doesn't work. £5.95. 350 carats. And these are pink. These are really, really popping in terms of their colour. They look phenomenal. Every single one looks like it's been painted. Almost looks like a you know, you see, and again, I don't mean this is a disservice, but when you see really fabulous marbles and you see all the detail, have you ever seen a marble being made? It's amazing.
You know that programme that comes on at 2 o'clock in the morning when you can't sleep?
It's one of those.
That's where I saw a marble being made.
Yeah, and they start off like footballs. They start off the size of your head and they gradually get... Oh, they're incredible.
They are
the
amazing.
time that's taken to create a marble is amazing. Amazing. Just thought I'd share that with you. But agate, obviously, was the Mother Nature's gem. Oh, okay. See, Sarah knows because she knows about animals. Sarah says, yep, hoglet is generally the term used, but they're also called pups. Oh, that's so sweet as well. See, I knew, and we knew that, Sarah. We don't listen to the boys sometimes in there, do we? We just know. Julie on Lovely Isle of Wight says, a window salesman once banged on the door and shouted, there's a snake on your path. It was a slow worm. He'd never seen one before. I still would have been out. I would have been out cold still. Oh, my goodness me. Jenny Cleary used to catch slow worms. That doesn't surprise me. I love her. I love her dearly, but that doesn't... Why does that not surprise me? Probably just used to catch them as she was just wandering around. I love her. Probably under her fingernails, the slow worms, weren't they, probably? I haven't seen Jenny for ages. I need to catch up with her, actually. She's amazing. Bonkers, like us all, but amazing. Yeah, I don't want to see a slow worm, I don't think. No. Well done on those. Congratulations. Let's do number 7. Let's give you another chain. Another very beautiful big chain on this one. Now, if you've got the gold plated chain earlier on, you'll love this one. You'll absolutely love this. Oh, wow, only 7 of these, so we're going to have to be a little bit speedy. A little bit speedy Gonzales on these. They're so cute. Oh, look at that sparkling away. Sparkling. Very beautiful, very beautiful. See, straight down. Look, again, high on your gram weight of sterling silver. 9 to 5 sterling silver, diamond cut, twisted curve. We did lower for the gold plated. So we're lower, higher, lower. So we're going to go lower on this for you now. 7 chances at only £11.95. I'm in there. That's... Oh, now look at the length of this one. This is 24 inches. It's not even a 20 inch. We had the 20 inch earlier. That was about 4 grams. This is 4.7 grams of sterling silver, and it's 24 or 24 inches long. We have to, don't we? We have to say it. Very nice. Nice length on that one as well, sorry. We don't have to, I chose to, but I will always choose to. That's exceptionally pretty. That's very, very sparkly. Oh, so 8... Oh, now, you know what you could do? So I was just doing a bit of maths there in my head. It takes me a while. 24-inch chain, therefore, you could wrap that around your wrist as well, because that would be about 8 inches, wouldn't it? So you could get a really nice bracelet out of that if you wanted to. I was doing the maths, you see, doing the maths. However, past my maths, I've no idea. Look at that, you see, that's lovely.
Oh, that's stunning.
That could be nice and glass. So if you like the 8 inch for your bracelets, that will work beautifully as a triple layered bracelet, so you don't have to worry about layering up. That looks really substantial, doesn't it?
That looks amazing wrapped up like that, wow.
Because actually, it's funny, isn't it, how it all kind of falls together? Because you've got the diamond cut, but you've got the curb chain. It's kind of quite amazing, actually, how they almost find each other, those ripples of light that are just cascading. These are going. We only had 4 chances remaining now on that, Diane. Well, oh, hello, Diane, sorry. Diane said, when my son was small, he helped my sister deliver her dog's pups, and he called them puplets. We've called them poplets. That's so cute. Poplets.
That's adorable.
That's really sweet. That is so cute. Poplets. It's had poplets. Oh, that's so cute. It's
My
much
dogs
nicer
are
than
5
snakes.
now and we still call them the pups.
Oh, you do though, don't you? The babies, the little babies, the kittens. I still call them, yeah, they're a little bit our kittens. Kitten mittens, they just are. £11.95. 2 chances remaining. Beautiful on that. Congratulations. If you are lucky enough to get that, great job, because that's like, again, that's a gift from you to you. But nice length on that one, really, really perfect. You'll use that a lot, I think. I really think that's a very nice sort of in-between length. If you don't want the long sort of 30, 36 length and you want a little bit more of a drop than perhaps your 18-inch, that's your chain, that's the one to go for. So that's absolutely beautiful. Oh, I'll tell you what. Oh, let's have a little look. If you were to pop this onto the chain, sorry, I was just looking, you could imagine there, oh, the V's the wrong way around, hold on a second, he's doing a nosedive again.
Was he doing the waggle dance?
He was possibly doing the waggle dance, very possibly. But let's grab him. I can't show you the waggle dance again. Have a little look. There we go. That little bit, I don't actually know what the waggle dance is. £4. What is the waggle dance, Jem?
It's what bees do.
Is it?
When they do all this bumbling around and people think they're lost, they're just kind of getting their direction and they're kind of getting their way home.
Just sending out the whatever it is they send out to judge distance and to see where they are. Or
I'm guessing, yeah, maybe they're looking at ley lines. I don't know. I'm not a bee expert.
You sound like you
waggle
are.
Dance.
You sound like you are the bee expert. Jem, guest designer and bee expert.
I'm actually really, really allergic to bees.
I'm wasp stings. Yeah, don't like me. Don't like me at all. If I see one, I'm like, no. It's horrible, and they really hurt, don't they?
Oh yes.
£4.95 on that, so that could look very, very lovely indeed on that one. We went to a friend's house when we were young, and they had so much clover on the lawn. Obviously, don't go near the clover in your bare feet, because it's obviously covered in bees. So what does Ruth do? Runs over the clover. I think by the end of it, they pulled out about 8 bees from my feet.
No!
I've never been in so much pain. They chucked me in the paddling pool, and yeah, wasn't my finest moment. Probably, yeah, I don't remember, Mike. I don't remember. I just remember it really hurt, and I felt really guilty then. I know, because that's that, isn't it? Should we put a sting in? Let's put a sting in and go to a break. I'll see you in a minute.
At Jewellery Maker, we are always looking at ways to provide you with a fantastic shopping experience. With this in mind, we'd like to welcome you to our new pre-order option. Selected items throughout the day will be put on display and made available for pre-order. When the presenter informs you that the pre-order service is available on an item, this is your chance to pop it into your online basket or speak to one of our brilliant call centre team members and be one of the first to secure your purchase.
Getting started with Jewellery Maker couldn't be easier. When you spend $4.95 with us, you'll get a free welcome pack which contains everything you need to get started, including step-by-step project cards and a DVD which will give you the chance to be able to create an arrangement of different items of jewellery. You'll also get a manual which will help to familiarise you with all the items you're going to be creating and all the tools you're going to need to do so. Plus you'll also get a free pack of tools. These will be everything you need to get started. Getting started with Jewellery Maker couldn't be easier, so why not give it a go today?
Buying from Jewellery Maker couldn't be easier. When we bring an item to you, all the graphics come on screen, and this gives you all the information that you will need to know, from the item code to the product description with all of the key information. Then the price comes on, and whether you join at the beginning or at the end of the offer, everyone pays the final on-screen price. So, when you see an item that you would like to buy, simply pick up the phone and dial our free phone number, and you'll get through to our UK-based call centre. Alternatively, you can join us at www.JewelleryMaker.com and start your jewellery making journey today. Jewellery Maker, the one-stop shop for all your jewellery making needs.
If you have a question or a query for Jewellery Maker, then you can contact our call centre on 0800 644 655 and press option 2. Or alternatively, you can email help@jewellerymaker.com.
Hello, welcome back to the show. Thank you very much for staying with us tonight. No, seriously, thank you for staying with us. We're having far too much fun, aren't we, really? Far too much fun tonight. I have to say, it's been a long while since I've done an evening show and I am loving it. Back with you on Friday. Friday night, you got me Friday night. I can't think of a better way to spend my Friday nights. I'm very excited. Genuinely. No, I genuinely want to be here. Right, we're going to put the next kit up on pre-order. We have to. We have to. The colours are just superb. Have a little goosey gander, have a little sneaky peek of some of the pieces that we have for you in this kit. But it's the colour that you're going to absolutely love. Sorry, I've totally skipped ahead. Today's must-have is coming up for you. You've got the Tourmaline in literally just a couple of minutes. In fact, sorry, let me give you a sneaky peek of the Tourmaline first. Sorry, confusing everybody right now. You know me, just doing my own thing. There we go. So coming up in just a moment, we're going to do that glorious strand of Tourmaline, you know, Tourmaline Queen. But I couldn't help it, I had to dive straight in. The colour, I mean, the wire is phenomenal here. We will talk about this obviously in a little bit more detail in a moment, but you've got so much on the wire there. I don't want to give too much away, but I'm sure you can see what's happening on some of that wire. But look at these Swarovski elements. Oh my gosh, the colours are phenomenal. This is our wonderful Christmas time kit coming up for you. Some very wonderful pieces. I'll just show you one of the rings I've just picked up actually. That just popped onto my finger. Really, really glorious. That colour, it looks like tanzanite, doesn't it? That's the colour. Look at the wire. You've probably noticed it's slightly flatter, slightly squarer. But that is coming up for you in just about an hour's time. It's zooming again tonight, isn't it? So they're going up onto pre-order. You've got two big pear-shaped Swarovskis in there as well with the mounts. I must just show you those to you. Because I think they're always very, very special. I've got my big hands in the way, but hopefully you can see that. So you've got two of the mounts on there as well to place them into, but oh my gosh, they are fabulous. Look at that colour, really intense. So they're going up for pre-order. I wouldn't miss out on mine. I wouldn't miss out on this, absolutely. And when you see this, the pieces that Jem's done again, that bracelet is phenomenal. You will love them. You will absolutely love them. So get going on those. They're going up on the web now for pre-order. So dive in because they are fantastic. And that is going to be our 6th, hard to say, kit of Christmas. So we're going to be halfway through our 12 days. Exciting. Right, Tourmaline time. Tourmaline time. Right, look at these colours. There's some lovely, lovely pinks and reds in here. Almost rubellite-esque in terms of the colours, actually. I'd never heard of Tourmaline. Go back sort of 11 years ago, I didn't know what this gemstone was. I'd never, ever heard of it. Now it is one of my all-time favourite gemstones. Whether it's the blues of Peridot, whether it's the greens, the teals of indicolite, whether it's the pinks or the reds of rubellite, it is a phenomenon because you can get a rainbow of different colours from within the gemstone. From the word tourmaline, meaning sort of, well, when it was first shipped from one country to another, it was shipped across the ocean, simply marked mixed precious stones because people didn't quite know what it was. We do now. And you can see here, this is a lovely example of more of the cranberry tones, the cinnamons, the sort of the cabernets that are in there, the Shiraz tones, absolutely wondrous. And such a lovely size because we've got 5mm rounds on 28 centimetres, so you are going to get a lot on this strand, but it's the variety of colours that I think we have to celebrate, we have to love, and the price will it's bonkers. You will be able to get two. You will be able to get two of these. Very nice size to work with as well. So approximately 5mm round. Tend to see more of the 4mm and the 6mm, perhaps the 8mm. 5mm a little bit more unusual, but actually quite nice to have.
It's absolutely delicious. It's such a lovely size to wear on the wrist.
It's really, really beautiful. So you've got those smaller sizes on there, and 70 carats worth of your multicolour tourmaline. Very, very beautiful, and you can see all the way around there you've got sort of these soft, it's a softer palette. It's not, I'd never describe this as a bright strand like we saw with the yellows that we had in the pearls. It's not a bright luminous strand like the neon apatite. It's not meant to be. It's a little bit more demure, it's a little bit more feminine, and certainly fabulous. And when you see this, I've only got 100 of these, nowhere near enough to go around the globe right now. $4.95 for tourmaline, a very highly prestigious gemstone, and they are such rich colours. You've got this lovely opaque nature to those gems as well. 5mm rounds, very nice size, whether you're going to use a couple of those to macrame, whether you're going to set some of those like Jem did with the previous bangle. There's lots and lots of different ways you can work with them, and they're so lovely. Just a little shade bigger than your 4mm rounds does make a difference, and 70 carats worth on there as well. Every single strand will be slightly more unique, will be slightly different, but that's the buzz about the gemstone. But I've always loved tourmaline gemstones, and of course you've got some really lovely colours in there. The golden tones, the oranges that are coming through, almost the shades of amber, but very, very lovely palette. Quite earthy, I think I would say. Maybe a little bit autumnal when we start to see the leaves sort of falling off the trees and they start to go slightly red. Very, very captivating. Well done. I'm so pleased you love this one as well. As I say, they call me the tourmaline queen. It's my gemstone. It's the one I love. Well, that's one of the names I know of anyway. Tracy, well done. Christina, Alison, Amanda, Teresa, congratulations. £4.95 is bonkers, but it's brilliant that you get the chance to own such a captivating gemstone. Very, very lovely indeed. Keep adding those to your, loads of you buying 2s and 3s of those. I don't blame you, because that is absolutely fantastic. Are you all right, Jem? You're looking confused.
I'm looking very confused because I've just had my microphone changed, a little bit of a technical issue. I didn't concentrate on that price. This is tourmaline.
Yep.
And it's been cut into rounds.
Yep, 5mm rounds as well.
Okay, just thought I'd had to sort of clarify that, you know.
I know, just missing out a 1 in front of the 4 or a 2 in front of the 4. I know. It's fabulous. But it's so lovely because it means so many more people can buy them, and obviously a lot of you are multi-buying on that. If it had been $14.95 or $24.99, just picking a price, then you might only be limited to one. $4.95, where's your lobster? You can have so many of those. 70 carats. They are utterly glorious. Let me wrap it around as I do. Wrap that around twice. Unisex, absolutely. Really, really lovely on that one. Congratulations. Very, very exciting. Yep, keep going. Lots of you still checking out of those. Well done to Tracy, Christina, Letitia, Maria, Sujay, Jill, Elena, congratulations. Just keep going on that. £4.95. You're unstoppable, and you should be on that one. You should just keep going and going and going, because that's really about stocking up time, isn't it? Definite. Well done. I'd quite like one of those in my stocking for Christmas. Be better than a tangerine, wouldn't it? Very, very nice. Do you still have a stocking? I don't.
My mother-in-law sometimes does a stocking, which is really quite sweet. But I remember when I was a kid that you used to get a tangerine, you'd get a 10p, and you'd also get a walnut. Ah. Which we didn't have nutcrackers, so we used to have to take a sledgehammer to. It's hilarious. Oh. Not very edible by the time you mashed it, but lots of fun.
Blimey. We had my pampa, my granddad, my pampa's long army socks, and they were really long. They were ace, went on forever. Right. This is, oh my gosh. This is scrummy. Oh, beautiful, but this is amazing. Beautiful both sides. Oh, see, that's got to be, that has to be a pendant. Have to have that as a pendant. Oh my gosh, that's phenomenal. That's beautiful.
An island in a stream. That's when my mind goes.
Makes me want to sing that.
It does.
Island in the stream. Oh. Da, 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 da. Oh yeah, I can't remember the da, 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 da. Whenever I don't know the words something, I always da da da.
Yeah, da 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 is a win.
That's, if I turn it, let me turn it around the other side as well. I looked at it and almost thought it's a little bit like the Shiva eye.
It does look like a Shiva eye or a dragon's eye. You can certainly integrate that sort of thought into your design.
Love it. Never seen that. Never seen this one before. That is a big cabochon. 40 carat Botswana. I need a pendant and not too big. I've actually just done a ring this a little bit bigger than that size actually. Real statement piece, my goodness me. At the centre of a big sort of collar piece of jewellery, maybe a big beautiful brooch. So much you could do on that. But they're all so different. They've all got their own stories to tell. £5 again. £5, and that is one big beautiful cabochon. 40 carats guaranteed. Your shape might be, well, slightly different. It's going to be a pear shape, but it might be a fatter pear, a puffier pear. I think it will be around that. But you almost want to count the rings of life of the stone. You know when you were little, you used to go out and you used to do the tree rubbings. You used to sort of put your tracing paper. Even saying that makes me sound old. Tracing paper on the tree trunk, and you used to sort of rub and count the trees of the rings of life to see how the tree was. I kind of want to do that on it. It's so fabulous. This is lovely. Great colour and nice depth to it as well. You've got really, really nice depth. Wonderful size. Quite a statement piece. Smoky quartz we had earlier.
Oh, that would be delicious. And the antique bronze wire.
Oh my goodness. Oh yeah. Oh wow. Yes, you have to. Oh, that's going to look fantastic together. The antique bronze wire is coming up for you very, very soon. It's going to be with us in the next hour, but not too long. That's going to look amazing together. Oh, I love. Hang fire. Because let's just imagine, oh, this is good. Let's just imagine maybe a lovely long cascade necklace with this pendant dropping down. Come to mama, this is gorgeous. Now that is a statement. That is going to look absolutely spectacular. Botswana agate nuggets, those small nuggets with that big, big cabochon. Even if you went one strand, glorious, but 2 strand, 3 strand a lady, they're going to look amazing. They're so different, aren't they? You can imagine perhaps walking along a beach, not that you're going to be doing that for this, Jem, but looking and finding all of these different sort of colour tones. Oh, what did I see there? I thought I saw a bit of, almost looked like moonstone, almost looked like it had Labradorite. They look lovely, don't they?
Amazing, and it's a very highly regarded gemstone as your Botswana agate. It's one of the queen agates. It's gorgeous.
You can see why, can't you? I mean, bring that vintage wire, that antique bronze wire into play as well. You could wire wrap that pendant, hang it from make a lovely elaborate sort of vintage bail from the wire, and restrand the Botswana agate. Again, you can have a little bit of rosary link in between. Have a couple. Oh, I'm on one now. I want to do this. You can have a couple of the nuggets. I'm creating. You could have a couple of the nuggets of Botswana agate, then you could have some rosary link to really shaft that antique wire. How fantastic. And how, I was just about to say, and how affordable, because your Botswana agate, the pear shape cabochon was what, just less than £5, and we have just taken this entire, oh, it's 88 centimetres by the way, yep, super long length of Botswana agate to £2.95. Add in your antique wire as well, you are going to love that. That's incredibly, incredibly beautiful. Let me just spread all of that out so you can see the length of those gems. In fact, if you did just restrand that, you could do a really super long necklace if you wanted to. Really lovely sort of long super drop. But imagine that on your neckline. Let's pop it up a little bit. Obviously, that's probably half your strand, to be fair. With your Botswana agate dropping down. So look, you'd wear that a lot, wouldn't you? They're such earthy tones. That would go with absolutely everything. And what a fantastic sort of point of focus. What a fantastic conversation starter or a conversation stopper. Back or front, that's going to... See, I quite like that from the back, actually.
I do as well. I make a lot of my pendants to be multi-faced. Yeah. So I'd want to celebrate those markings. It's gorgeous.
That's amazing. That's really, really good going. They're lovely. Congratulations on those. Fab job. We like that. Right. Oh, I had a wobble on my chair. Number 7, did you say? Sorry, darling. Oh, the Jasper cabochon. This is like the gift that keeps on giving. This is cabochon fairyland right now. Lovely colour in there as well. Never seen this one before either. This is amazing. Multi-fancy Jasper oval, 45 carats. No. Jem, look at this price. I don't think Jem's going to be happy with this. You will for everybody else that's watching, but... How good is that?
That's amazing. Absolutely fantastic, and what a fascinating gemstone.
Isn't it? It looks like marble. You know when you walk into a stately home and you see the expensive marble floors or the big sort of columns or something? That's so... $195.
That's fantastic. And to know that you're getting a genuine gemstone in a calibrated size, 40 by 30, again, it's a really beautiful size to work with. That's an amazing price, genuinely.
Can you see all the detail on that at home? Because it's a bit dark on my screen in here, but there is, it's a dark green, it's a forest floor green, but there's some it's still more than that. There's some wonderful markings within there. Really lovely markings. This is going to be a really nice surprise there you go, see a little bit more in there. Really nice surprise when you get that at home. Isn't that just wonderful? Oh, I like that, Michael. Almost like meadows at night. And you can look down and you can see also, it always looks like a patchwork quilt, doesn't it? And you see all the different fields and everything. So lovely. And actually, if you're just getting hold of that, if you want that as a little ornament, £1.95, it's just fantastic. Great way to start introducing different gemstones into your collection as well. But 45 carats worth. Very lovely, very, very lovely indeed. You can see that's just the most wonderful, wonderful colour in there as well. And again, big and beautiful. Just, again, a little bit of wire wrapping on that one if you wanted to. Just pop it onto the silver chain that we had a little bit earlier on. What a great gift. A really personal, a really thoughtful gift, potentially for Christmas. But you can certainly see that from space. It's huge. Lovely, isn't it? That's really nice. That'd be nice on a collar, actually, wouldn't it? Oh, imagine that on a collar piece.
Yeah. At the centre of your shibori as well.
Beautiful. Brooch, centre of a brooch.
Micro macrame round with threads. Absolutely gorgeous, yeah.
Everything you could do on that one. Really, really lovely. Nice sort of focus on the wrist. Beautiful. Lorna's got a couple of those. So's Gertrude and Catherine, Teresa, Leslie, Jacqueline, Peter and Beverly. Good work. Congratulations. Keep going on that one. That's fantastic. Let's go a bit smaller. Let's stay with the cabochons, shall we? And let's go a little bit smaller. Very nice, very nice. Not seen these either. Not seen these at all. These are cute. Let me hold them that way. I don't want to put them against the black. She won't see them, obviously. They've got a very nice glow. Can I do that? There we go. And they won't fall. There we are. They're not drilled, so you've just got that lovely cabochon there again. So that's black agate. You do get a wonderful polish from agate, don't you? Look at that reflection, that surface sort of lustre. It's almost like liquid. They're so super polished. 20 carats of black agate. Gosh, these are gorgeous. So they're at half price. I thought you said they were at half price. Oh, at half price from the night. Okay, with you now. So they're half price, £4.95 for 20 carats of black agate. Super, super, super delicious. So not drilled, but that's fine. You could have one of those as a ring. You could have a pair of earrings on there as well. So you can still encase your gemstone, but so glorious. That deep, rich, seductive colour that you're seeing on there. But the polish is phenomenal. You've got to have a good quality stone always to start with. You've got to have a good blank canvas, but then to bring out the beauty of that gemstone, you've got to be able to polish them up, and they are looking so, so pretty. I mean, and I would say pretty, even though they're black, and that's quite a strong colour, normally I'd say seductive, I still think they're so pretty because that polish is lovely. And
it does take a polish just so perfectly. It's like it's made for it.
Yeah, they're phenomenal. Yellow gold, rose gold, silver, whichever the weather. Message for Jem. Jem, have you any steampunk in the pipeline?
I've not got anything booked at this particular moment, but I'll see if I can switch some of the kits around and see if we can fit that in as a theme. If you fancy, I'll have a go.
Yeah, be nice. There you go. Don't ask, don't get. So ask and you might get. I had a lovely box of steampunk bits and pieces just a couple of weeks. They were lovely, weren't they? The cogs, the little parts of the clock. Oh, they were amazing. The more you looked at them, the more different pieces you found, the little pins, everything.
Was that one of the little plastic boxes, like, say, with like a bajillion pieces in? Yeah, I made a mask with one of those last year. I'll show it to you, probably.
Oh, my goodness.
If I remember.
I'm going to a masked ball soon.
Oh! Yeah, there you go, mate.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah,
how fab is that? I was going to cheat and maybe do gemstone sort of jewels on my face. You can get these little ones. Well, they're not gemstones, to be fair, but they kind of stick on your face. Because I'm thinking I'm busying around. It'll be difficult with a mask. I might be banging into things, but we'll see. Oh, I bet that was fabulous.
I enjoyed baking it. I really did.
Yeah, I need to see a photo of that.
Okay, I'll try and remember to share one.
Yeah, I'll give you a nudge. I'll give you a nudge.
Thank you.
Right, let's do blue opal. Totally different colour, totally different palette here. These are very quick. Very quick? They're not quick at all. Haven't got a clue what I was going to say then. Blue opals aren't quick. No idea. Maybe I was going to say cute and something else. Don't know. Powder blue. Powder perfect. Now, I'm always a bit reticent to say powder blue because I never want to give you the impression that they're dull, because they're not. It's just this colour. Sorry, I'm just getting my glasses a quick clean because I've got a big fingerprint right in the middle of my eyeball.
Better than curry.
Oh, dearie me. Oh my word. What have I put on there? Do bear with me a second, sorry. Oh, it's not looking very... I'm having glasses traumas today, I tell you.
They are
Goodness
lovely
me.
though, opals, aren't they? You can see the swirls in there. Really gorgeous and such a sheen to them.
And they're a solid colour, but you've still got a lot of life and a lot of energy coming out of the gemstones.
Oh, definitely.
I like that tone. I really like that tone. Baby blue, powder blue. You kind of know the rough sort of palette of colours. But they are, again, the polish is integral to a gemstone. You can have a great gemstone, but if it's not polished correctly, it's a gemstone. Do you know what I mean? If you have technical term that, but if you have a gemstone to start with that's great and then you've got fabulous polish, you're winning. You are winning on that one. I do love those. They'd make gorgeous earring drops. Obviously, it's that lovely pear shape that you're getting on those, the plain pears. Top drilled, sort of east to west on those. You could just quite simply pick out one of those. I like that one. That's the one that's calling me in. And just make a really fantastic centre pendant. They're gorgeous. Look at all of those. Look how they gradually increase as well to the centre in size. £8.95. Certainly alive with colour, and I like the baby blues with the sort of the pinks of the Morganites in there. £8.95 though is remarkable, isn't it? Lovely colour, really nice on that, and it's opal. So you don't expect to see sort of the fire that you get or the opalescence from normal opal, because you won't get it with this. It's just that solid colour. Hello, Jane. Jane says, I got 2 boxes. Oh, did you? 2 boxes of those cogs. They are amazing. Steampunk demo for me too, please, Jem. There we go.
I will do my best.
There we go.
Feed that back.
Yeah, they were amazing though. I could have sat and looked at those forever.
There's so much in them.
Fascinating.
They are fab.
Yeah,
and you can put them in resin as well.
Yeah, they're ace. They're really ace. Oh, thank you for that, Jane. Well done you as well, because they are. They're brilliant. Beautiful. Very well done indeed on that one. Still lots and lots to do before we get, of course, to the second kit with Jem. Right, I'm going to do some Unakite. This is glorious. Brand new strand of Unakite. Brand new strand. These are lovely. Is it? Wow. Okay, brand new strand. Probably one of the lowest prices on a strand we've done all night tonight. And we've gone pretty low, haven't we? 170 carats of Unakite at a delightful price tag. There are 38 centimetre rounds here. 38 centimetre rounds. They're massive. 8mm rounds. Can you imagine? 38 centimetre rounds. She's like bigger than my head. Huge. Like a space hopper. £2.95. Do you remember space? I love space hoppers.
My sister and my brother had proper space hoppers, but I was much younger than they are. So I had one shaped like a seal.
Oh, how does that work?
It was pathetic. You couldn't really hop on it. I was devastated.
They're not
so
really
I nicked
designed.
my sister's one and bounced off the garden and hurt myself, obviously.
Yeah, lots of accidents I think had on space hoppers, to be fair. Yeah.
But it was much more fun than mine.
Yeah, exactly. Particularly funny if you had a glass of wine on a space hopper. That's like, yeah, don't do that. £2.95 for Unakite. Really wonderful gem. Loads of you in for this one. Sorry, we're talking about space hoppers. But the amount of colour you're getting in there is really, the greens are gorgeous in here. And you've got a lovely sort of almost russet sort of, so it's like a brick tone, isn't it? That sort of brick red, if you like, or the brick orange, depends on how you look at it. But so lovely, so distinctive. Teresa, Anne-Marie, Kathy, well done. Kathy with a K and Kathy with a C. Helen, Jane, Joe, Claire, Julie, Kelly, Tatiana. £2.95. Why not? Basically, why not buy a strand of gemstone like that? Even if you're thinking at home right now, oh, I don't know, what do I need to make? Grab it. Think about it afterwards, because again, go stretchy bracelet if you want to. If you want to make it really simple, £2.95, So let's just round it up and go £3. That's 2 stretchy bracelets at £1.50 each. Put them on your stall if you've got a crisp. Are you good? If you've got a crisp, I need to finish that sentence. If you've got a Christmas stall. I was on about this earlier on. I often finish half sentence wrong. If you sell one of those at £1.50, you shouldn't. You shouldn't, quite frankly.
No, most definitely. I would look at selling those because unakite is a really beautiful and interesting gemstone, around about £6 to £8 each, maybe.
Yeah, and how lovely is that, just to have some of those on your store? And gifts, think about gifts for Christmas. Much nicer to have something like that to give to a friend or a loved one, or think about popping something in a stocking, or you get some rubbish things in crackers, don't you? So make your own, pop some jewellery in there as well.
Definitely.
And that would be fab. Much nicer than the little magic tricks or the, you know, the bits and bobs you get. You always throw them away, don't you? Rubbish jokes.
Sorry, darling.
It's all right.
I was going to say unakite is associated with the heart chakra if you choose to buy into that belief.
Yep.
Because it's both pink and green. If you can imagine a single head pin and a lobster lock in a silver-plated metal as a charm in your crackers or on your wine glass charms, such a low cost but a really nice, heartfelt gift.
Yeah. Literally. Yeah, that is a nice idea, actually. That's only if you've got people coming around for dinner, or maybe you're going to friends. You know, we catch up with family and friends over Christmas time, don't we? So if you are going to your friend's house, you don't want to just, you know, what can we bring? Don't bring anything, and you're like, oh, I want to. So you go along with a bottle of wine, or you want to take some flowers, which is really Christmassy. How about making a beautiful piece of jewellery like that? That would be so, so stunning, wouldn't it? Glorious. Well, you can take a bottle of wine as well, Mike, don't you worry. You can take your wine with you. Trevor and Hannah, Maureen, Denise, very well done. We invited them to dinner, they didn't bring any wine. £2.95, beautiful. Very, very, very best of luck indeed on that. And obviously do read about your unakite, because there's a lot of different connotations in that, and I just think they are utterly, utterly superb. Well done, really lovely. Loads of you still collecting and adding to your order. They are brand new tonight, so I don't blame you. People buying 2s, 3s and 4s of those as well, so very well done. Anne said, Ruth, that's a lovely ring on your finger. Is that one of Jem's wonderful creations? Yes, it is. Yes, it is, and it's coming up for you, the kit, in just over 35 minutes time. The colour is superb, isn't it? Looks like tanzanite. That Swarovski crystal looks like tanzanite. It's really nice, isn't it? I was drawn to it. I thought it was a bit fab and a bit funky. And Jem was so lovely because she's done it my size without realising, which is really, because I've got quite large fingers, so it's all good. Right. Oh, I popped that back in the wrong place. That was on the Dewberry flip-flop. There we go. Number 6, we've got emeralds. These are so lovely. These are so gorgeous. I've got a strand of emeralds like this, actually, that I'm working with at the moment. I had a little bit of an accident with it the other day because it was all lined out on the tray, and I kind of, you know, I'm going to say, knocked the tray. It turned into about 20 emerald pickup. Not a game you want to play on quite a complex carpet. Wow, well, shaded emeralds, real, genuine Brazilian beauty queens, and natural emerald gemstones. Now that's, again, another gorgeous tale to tell. Having your jewellery like this set with real emeralds is just high level, upper echelons for your collection, whether you're selling or whether you're just making pieces for yourself. The shading in there is lovely, isn't it? You've got the darker, more seductive tones. You've got the brighter tones, a little bit more Colombian, or perhaps some of the lighter, brighter, a little bit more Siberian in terms of visual. But emeralds are just associated with beauty, with splendour, with history. It's that glorious green that you associate with innocence and with Mother Nature, obviously. And they're never going to date, aren't they? They're never going to date. Emeralds have been here for many, many hundreds of years. You think about Cleopatra, you think about emeralds, you think about that natural beauty that you're getting. This is Mother Nature's fingerprint. And that's not your price. We're about to do something amazing on emeralds. 12 gifts of Christmas my true love brought to me. An emerald strand for £4.95. I was going to carry on singing and couldn't, no. Didn't rhyme. No. That is utterly, utterly beautiful. How stunning is that? £4.95 for a shaded strand of emerald gemstones. Loving it, loving it, loving it. Saving you lots of pounds and pennies. We are loving that. The gorgeous, gorgeous sizes as well, right the way through, gradually getting slightly larger, all the way through to the centre. They are spectacular. Again, you could quite simply restrand that. You've got enough on there to make a bracelet and have a few left over, perhaps make little emlets, I nearly said. That's back to hoglets and doglets. Emlets, that's a baby emerald, an emlet. It's not, but it could be. An emlet. It's all right, Mike. Right, have a look at that. You could have that for little earrings, or that way around with your tassels on if you wanted to as well. Or they'd look very snowy and winter-like, wouldn't they? Little drop earrings, cute.
Just like a fir tree coming out of the snow.
Oh, it does actually, yeah. On the dance floor. Very lovely. And actually, could you make beady beads with those? They're small enough.
I
know they're irregular shapes, but...
Yeah, if you were to take the shallower end of both ends,
yeah,
I'm sure you could.
Why not? Gorgeous tree of life is always superb to make, isn't it, with emeralds as well?
Yes.
Really important. They're lovely. £4.95, no-brainer really, isn't it? Have a little look at them. Definitely add on your certificate of authenticity. And don't forget, you've still got your 30-day money-back guarantee. You've still got that in place. So if you want to have a little look at any of these strands, do so. Grab them, get them home, have a little bit of a look. I'm sure you'll be back for more, because that's just one to have, isn't it? Ready to go. Think about all the May babies that you might be making jewellery for, and that's going to be so lovely to have your birthstone. It always is. We always want our birthstone in our collections, don't we? So fabulous work on that one. Wonderful. Right. Oh, pop those back in there. Do you know what? I can see the sparkle from here. I can see the fire and they're like fireworks going off in here. This is, oh my gosh, look at the colour. Right, I will tell you now, we are very limited. We have less than 20, we've got 9 strands. My goodness, this is gorgeous. Wow, zircon. It's just, look at these, sparkling away absolutely beautifully. That's very, very special. Don't they say that if you put all the zircon in the world together, it would, and you were sort of giving the zircons, it would only last about a year? Something like that, isn't it? Compared to diamonds, anyway. Diamonds really kind of go on and on and on. Oh, look at that, £24.99 for your Cognac zircon, and it's the colour that's so fantastic. That colour that is so beautiful. Oh, we're taking more off. Cognac zircon from, this is the gem that set the globe turning. This is the gemstone. We had to go back, predating time to 4.6 billion years, because the zircon was found in Australia. That is crazy town, isn't it?
It's absolutely insane. I love that. That's an amazing, amazing gemstone strand. And look at the performance just there with a little light on a black background.
Yep.
And that is giving you all of that paparazzi sparkle. Imagine what that's going to look like on your neckline.
Glorious.
And if you're going somewhere, red carpet, if you're getting married, if you're going on a cruise, or if you want to be just the fanciest person at your local shop, then, you know, that's a winner. That's an absolute winner.
And you hit the nail on the head with that when you talk about performance of light. It's absolutely what it's all about with zircon. Light comes in, it refracts, which means it slows down and it bends. Then it reflects off all the facets in there before it finally exits the gem. And when it does, you get a split of light. So it's one beam in, 2 beams out. And that's why you get so much fantastic fire from zircon. Double than that of a diamond, because it's 1 beam in, 1 out with diamond, and it's 1 in, 2 out with zircon. So 7 chances at $14.95, not for long. If you check out of your basket on that, that is going to be gone, gone, gone. But the colour is beautiful within there. So rich, so golden. It's like a peachy gold tone. Very, very beautiful. Check out of these from your baskets. Very well done. Brian and Angela, you were first in there. Natalia joins us. Tatiana joins us. Juliet joins us. Bidders on the phone. We've got Shirley and Devon. That is one of the pieces of the evening. $14.95 for so much sparkle. That makes me very excited. I love that a lot. Just as I would want a bracelet with a charm dropping from that, maybe a gold charm or a gold-plated charm. Because if you're going to go for gold, sort of cognacs like that,
you know, the two-tone B. Wouldn't that be perfect? Because you've got both the element of sparkle in the silver and the tone of gold.
Love it, love it, love it.
That's gorgeous.
Change my hands over. Yeah, your little buzzy bee. Oh, that would look wonderful, actually. And actually, I would probably keep that as a connector.
Yes, definitely. And then you can reserve some of that zircon to put in earrings.
Totally. That's so cute. Oh, I love that.
That's perfect.
Isn't that lovely? That really, all the floral charm, the daisy charm we had, but I do like the bee on that, the little buzzy bee.
I think the bee's ideal. Nice. Yeah.
Cute, really cute. Last 5 chances, not for long. Once everybody's checked out, that could be it. So Merseyside just joining us as well. Congratulations, final 5 chances goes to 4 or 4. Don't know who's going to get that, but just so cute. They are lovely though, and they do twinkle. You're going to get nothing done if you're wearing that, by the way, because you will be looking at that all the time. You will be true. Don't you find you do that sometimes? I'm dreadful.
Absolutely. See, now I'd even take 3 of the smallest gemstones on the strand and make a little trilogy ring, and that would just perform so beautifully because of the nature of the gemstone.
Yeah. So you don't have to go full out like that. You don't have to use or utilise every single one of those gemstones in one piece of jewellery. You can quite simply just add a little touch of sparkle, add 1 or 2 of those, just a glint or a glimmer of fire and sparkle, and it's going to look so, so wonderful. Totally Christmassy. Gorgeous. Very, very well done indeed. You should be really proud of that. That's lovely. Congratulations. Definitely one of those gems of distinction. So wonderful work on that one. Now... This, I love this. Right, let's put that emerald back in there. This is really cute. Have a little look at these. I've got so many of the little silver skulls. I've got the rose gold ones. Missed out on the sterling silver ones, actually. But I've got a couple of the... Look, this is so cute. Look at the eyes. All in the eyes. How fab is that? I really love that. It's your 9 to 5 sterling silver skull element, but really that could be a pendant, couldn't it? Look at the detail in there as well.
That's amazing.
Isn't that fabulous?
I have bought skull bits and pieces from all over the place in the past, and some of them look just nothing like a skull, but this is very definitely what has been visualised, has been created. It is what it is. And I really like the little ambers in the eye. I think that's amazing.
Nice touch, isn't it?
We were talking about a film earlier on, or a series of films earlier on, and that takes me to the first in the series.
Oh, cryptic. Was I there?
You were indeed, yeah.
Oh, okay. And was there a temple?
There was a temple.
I loved that. I loved that series. I had the annual and everything.
Did you?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, there was an annual. So you won't even... How old am I? I had annuals. I had the Annie annual, which is fine. I had the Indiana Jones annual and the Return of the Jedi.
Ah,
loved Return. That was one of my favourite films ever. I think I was probably 9 or 10 and dragged my parents, because it's the only thing I wanted to do for my birthday was to go and see Return of the Jedi. So myself, my sister, mum and dad went. They all fell asleep, totally sparko because they were bored, and I was like that. Loved it.
Glued.
Oh, absolutely loved it. Annuals were great, weren't they?
The Wham annual.
The Wham annual. Brilliant. Bring back the annual. Have they gone away? I don't know. Annuals were great. I don't know. I need to have a look. I must have them somewhere. Must have them.
Oh my word.
Oh, it's just best present ever. They were. £10.95. Baltic Cognac Amber, 19 by 12mm for the skull element. And actually, I think they're quite kooky. They're quite quirky as well. But just even on a, add a little jump ring onto the top. I'm actually holding it by the loop at the top. I'll let that go so you can see. There we go. But if you added in a little jump ring there and simply threaded that onto a little piece of leather or a piece of cord, that could look really cool. Or earrings. I'd like those as earrings as well. I think they're quite fab.
I would be tempted to go for earrings, but also threaded onto a piece of macrame. So you do your standard macrameing, maybe have 4 beads either side and then that hanging down centrally. That would be really cool. But it is suitable for any gender.
Yeah, totally.
Really love that.
But the amber eyes are just something a little bit different. I like that. Very well done. Congratulations on that. Brilliant. Brilliant. Right, let's grab a little bit of... Whew, these are bright. Ooh. My gosh. Wow. Always a lovely gemstone to see, Peridot. It kind of, for me, Peridot lifts the spirits. Gemstones like this are so lovely to see, especially now, the clocks have changed, it's getting darker, it's getting a bit wintry. Then you see a pop of colour like that and you just think, oh, glad to be alive. It's gorgeous. 55 carats. They are big gemstones, actually. Really lovely rondelles, aren't they?
Those are absolutely huge and so bright. And how well do they go with that Swarovski?
They do look lovely, don't they?
I can't take my eyes off that combination.
They work beautifully. Well, I guess you've got the Mother Nature colours. You've got the green of the land. You've got the blue of the ocean or the sky. They do work together very nicely, but I'm a little bit awestruck by the colour. You can find Peridot out there that's very pale, and I think we went through quite a time actually where a lot of Peridot was very pale, and it kind of hurt the name of Peridot a little bit, I feel. Then you see colour like this and go, that's That's what it should look like. That's what Peridot is about. It's the glow of Peridot. And at £20, my word, 55 carats of this gemstone. You can actually understand when they used to mine for this gemstone, allegedly, hundreds and hundreds of years ago, we're talking sort of Cleopatra, because apparently Cleopatra, obviously, as we know, had a love of emeralds. Well, they do say that a lot of those emeralds probably were Peridot. A lot of the miners, when they were, actually used to do it sort of in darkened conditions. Obviously, it's dark in a mine, but, and actually very, very limited light, because when they used to turn a little bit of light, it would sparkle, it would glimmer. The gleam of Peridot is so bright that actually it was kind of easier to see in very, very low lighting conditions. But I just gorgeous. And of course it's going to be August birthstone.
Yes.
It's the summer gem, isn't it?
It is, most definitely. That beautiful freshness.
But just great colour. I don't think I'd call that anything other than Peridot green.
No, there's nothing else that can be.
Limes and apples, all of those zesty colours, but it's still not quite... Have you moved on the price again, Phil? I was going to say $19.95. I'm like, oh, dodgy water, naughty water. That's low. That is very low for 55 carats. 0800 644 655. Very, very best of luck indeed on that one. Nikki said, I loved Return of the Jedi and Indiana Jones. I saw Indiana Jones, the Temple of Doom, 5 times at the cinema. Fine work. Fine work. I think my record was myself and my friend Nick when we did our A-levels. This is quite sad. We saw The Bodyguard. Have I just lost you all there? Starting 12 times at the cinema. What? Were you a child, Michael? Well, I am older, much older. Yeah, that's quite bad, isn't it? We loved it. I think because we're doing A-levels and it was so stressful, and it was so like we did dance and drama, which I find. Then we did English, lit, and language. It was proper Jane Eyre and all the rest of it. All the 3 hours of that. Then we went, oh, should we go to the cinema? So we'd watch The Bodyguard and we loved it. It's not me, it's my bodyguard. Brilliant. And they still had, it was such an old cinema, they still had an intermission. So it just got to the part of the film, I'm quite depressed with myself that I still know this, where she threw the scarf and it just cuts on the sword. See, you know the part, Michael, you know. And the curtains closed and that was the intermission. I went, what's going on? Started him into, I loved it. All the ice creams came round, do you remember that? Yeah. They're the good old days, aren't they? And Michael in the gallery was barely a twinkle in his mum's eye. Yeah. Right, box number 5. Still love The Bodyguard. I need to see the musical. Have you seen it? You wouldn't admit it, would you?
No.
It's meant to be very good. Meant to be very good. Oh, I need to see it again. Right, let's have a little look. 65 carats. Oh, now citrine in Peridot. Let's grab the Peridot as well. Look at this. That is lovely, isn't it? That looks so nice together. That is the perfect summer combo. Totally gorgeous. Citrine and Peridot looks amazing together. Actually, we say that, scooch it along to the Swarovski in there as well, and you can certainly see all of those together. I mean, have you citrine these together?
Oh, see what you did there.
They look glorious, don't they? Really hot property. Great, great, great sunshine colour. Coming through on that one. Very, very beautiful. I mean, that kind of has the wow factor. They are big gemstones. Oh, look, you've got little spaces in between there. They look like little pearlized ones. They're cute. And just tuned in. Did Jem make the fab ring Ruth is wearing, please? This ring's causing a storm. She did. I'd like to say no, I made it, but I can't lie. That would be blatantly like, yes, she did. It's fabulous, isn't it? And there's 1, 2, 3. Wait until you see the bracelet. Wait until you see the cross pendant, the earrings. I'm particularly. I'm going to try those in a minute. Yeah, and it's all coming up for you in the next hour. Very excited. $10.95 in the meantime for citrine. 65 carats, I ask you. That's lovely. 19 centimetre strength is such high grade. But I do like the fact that you've got the little spaces in between there as well. Definitely don't throw those away. We never throw anything away, so you can be utilising those. They've got a lovely sort of pearlescent sheen to them. They just kind of space them out a little bit, don't they? Absolutely beautiful. 0800 644 655 are the phone lines. On the web at JewelleryMaker.com. Okay, we've got 5 of... Sorry, I read that as elf. Sorry, I got confused. I was thinking, that's very Christmassy. Jeffy and Elle both came in one after the next on my screen, and I read it as Elf. I know him. I love that film as well. That's like the best Christmas film, isn't it?
My husband really likes that, but my favourite Christmas film is Die Hard. And Die Hard 2.
Oh, is it? Yeah. I like Elf. But I am a big child, so that's probably why. Santa! £10.95, 65 carats. And looking so, so gorgeous. Little pieces of sunshine all the way around on there. Well done, Andrea, Brian and Angie, congratulations to you. Jackie, very well done indeed on that. £10.95, and you've got a very, very lovely, so I'm going to give myself the giggles now. I don't know, I don't know. They are gorgeous. Thinking, what film? I don't think I've ever seen it. Bad Santa with, I haven't seen that, I don't think.
With Billy Bob.
Yeah. I might have done. It doesn't ring a bell.
It's fairly naughty.
Oh, is it? Oh, maybe I shouldn't say that. I'll stick to Elf, shall I? much safer with that. So what's the film that you've seen a billion times? What's the one that you've watched over and over and over?
Lost Boys.
Yeah, see that.
Original.
I'll let you have that. Yeah, original one's
Predator.
good. Predator. Yeah, yeah. But I can see. No, I can see why.
Greatest story ever told.
Yeah, I like Elf. Do you know what I mean? Elf versus Predator. Now there's a plot.
Yes.
Can you imagine?
That is going to be the most amazing.
That would be incredible. Wandering through the forest, or I know him. It's Predator. That would be it. That yeah. Wow. Wow. There's the theme. There's the theme. Goodness me. Right, 0800 644 655. Very, very well done indeed on that one. Congratulations. Okay, so then, phenomenal. What's the film you've watched the most, my love? One of the Star Wars films. Yeah, that's fair enough. That's understandable. When's the new one coming out? Soon, isn't it? The Jedi one. Is it December? It's soon anyway, isn't it? It's soon. Fingers crossed. Better be good. Better be good. Oh, have they? He's had a 3-movie contract, the director. Oh, he must be good then. Fabulous. Very well done indeed on that. Congratulations. Lovely. We are digressing, aren't we? Bodyguard. That's quite shameful, isn't it? 12 times. Right. Okay, box number 7. This is cute. There are certain films, though, aren't there, that you can just say, oh, what should we watch? Let's just watch that. And they never get boring. You never get tired of watching them. It's just, yeah, over and over and over. Have I seen The Little Mermaid? It's one of my favourite Disney films ever. I know all the words practically to Little Mermaid.
I haven't seen that one yet.
Go and have a word with yourself.
Sorry?
It's amazing.
We've seen Little Shop Around the Corner.
No.
I think it's Jimmy Stewart, but I could be wrong. It's a very long time ago that I saw it. It's a brilliant film. Oh. Brilliant.
I should have a look at that one. I should have a look at that one. I love Lake Placid. Don't know how many times I've watched it. I don't know it. I don't know it. Would we know that one?
Is that a horror one?
Is it a horror? It's about a crocodile. Bill Pullman. I'll investigate. I'll investigate. Wendy said mine is The Green Mile. Best film ever from Wendy. Yeah, that is a good film, isn't it?
Oh, I got most of the way through it and then just sat there in floods of tears.
That's the problem. Some films are just exhausting. Oh. The hills are alive. Sound of Music.
Never seen it.
Jem!
But I have seen Mary Poppins like a million times. I love Mary Poppins.
I love it, but that still doesn't make up my... I hope my mum's not watching right now. Katrina, my mum, I think, saw Sound of Music 20-something times with her best friend Val at the cinema.
I have seen...
She literally knows everywhere.
The Lost Boys over 100 times.
Have you?
Yeah.
Oh, crikey. And so you know that one pretty well. Oh, Sound of Music's great, though, isn't it? I'll get you the Sound of Music and Little Mermaid. Random combination, those two together. To be fair, that's not a film that will ever be put together and made. That won't work. At all. We took my mum to Salzburg for her 50th.
Is that the right Austria?
Birthday. Amazing. And you can do the Sound of Music tour. Oh, wow. Go round on the bus. It's brilliant. We ran up and down the steps and sang the songs. And, yeah, it was brilliant. She loved it. It was so cute.
Is Edelweiss from the Sound of Music?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
And he didn't sing the song in the film.
Oh.
Actually, he was dubbed over. I was most disappointed to find out recently. There we go. Edelweiss. Oh, me and my mum can have a good harmony, good sing-song to that. $9.95. We have another fabulous strand of multicoloured fluorite here. 36 carats. They are so pretty. 2x1 and 5x3, 18 centimetre strand, and £9.95. So lovely. 0800 644 655. They are incredibly beautiful. We've got a synopsis. Lake Placid. It's about a huge crocodile. I recommend it.
Now,
we
if
go.
you could just read that out in video man voice.
Okay. Lake Placid. It's about a huge crocodile.
See, I'm sold. I'm going to see that now.
We're going to watch it now,
Yeah,
aren't we?
yeah, you've sold it to me.
Crocodile. Then you need the... when you're at the cinema. Was that Pearl and Dean or something? Oh, you see, they were the good old... I sound so old. They were the good old days, though, weren't they? You used to what?
Yeah.
No, I have never been to that cinema. Was it a good one? Had an arcade and everything. I just had popcorn and a drink. And it was the proper red plush velvet stuff, do you know what I mean? Oh, it was good. Oh, thems were the days. Thems were the days. Reminiscing tonight. Right, £9.95, well done. 36 carats of fluorite. I do apologise, we're slightly going off on film-tastic tonight, aren't we, a little bit? We have a chit-chat in the evenings, though, don't we? We do. What's the worst film you've ever watched? What's the most boring?
At the cinema?
Yeah.
Spider-Man 3.
Spider-Man 3. I can't even tell you which one that was.
Schmid.
About Schmid. The Golden Compass. You know, you just get like, you get sort of most of the way through and go, well, there's 2 hours of my life. I will never get that. Have you got one on the tip of your tongue?
Yeah. It's one of my husband's favourite films. It's called The Core. It's like a disaster movie. Oh. It's the worst, but it's the best.
Is that when the Earth stops spinning?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's such a shame, especially if you've gone to the cinema, because it's not cheap, is it, going to the cinema?
Do you know what the worst movie line of all time is? Go. And it's from a great actor. It's in one of the volcano type movies. I think it might have been Dante's Peak, and they're talking about how a frog in hot water, if it's in cold water and the water gets hotter, the frog won't jump out. But if you throw a frog in hot water, I'm not suggesting you do this, please, then it will jump back out. And somebody in the audience says, is that your recipe for frog soup? And his quick, witty, non-Bond repartee was, no, it's my recipe for disaster.
Dun, dun, dun.
It's the worst line.
Yeah, but you remembered
in
it.
Cinematic history.
It worked.
But it stuck.
Best line in cinematic history. It's not me, it's my bodyguard. Back to it. Back to the bodyguard. Oh, my word. Oh, bless. The most comedy line probably from Mary Poppins. As I live and breathe. Bless him. Worst accent ever. But he's apologised for it, hasn't he? It wouldn't be the same without that really bad Cockney accent.
I love Dick Van Dyke.
Mary
He's
Poppins
amazing.
Coming out soon, isn't it?
Is it? What now? Who? Wait.
Is it Emily? Who's playing the lead? Emily Blunt. Emily Blunt's playing Mary Poppins, and I think he's got a cameo in it.
I hope so.
Yeah, I think he has. So, films. Right, let's have some Garnet. So I live and breathe, we've got Garnet. That was a bit Bristolian, wasn't it? Chim. 40 carats of Garnet. It's a good stage show as well, that is. 40 carats of Garnet. Faceted buttons, we like the little buttons. 3 to 6 millimetres, 30 centimetres strand. It's the richness of colour. It's a delicious, delicious tone. You've got some beautiful, beautiful colours in there. Real Shiraz tones, very deep, very, very... Oh, we've lost Jem. Something's tickled her. 40 carats here of wonderful... It's probably... This colour's probably about the same colour as Jem's cheeks now. She's having a little giggle. Are you all right, my lovely?
I'm fine, thank you. I just had a flashback to something we were talking about in the green room earlier. Just carry on without me, just
carry
for a
on.
minute.
Just leave her. She'll come back to us in a minute. That'll be something else to talk about on the break. Classic colour Garnet. Look at that ruby red of the tassels as well. Very, very beautiful. You've got some lovely, lovely faceting. Again, look at those sparkling away. £7.95. Get in. They are gorgeous, aren't they? Oh, I didn't like that film either. That film was really not good.
And that was fairly lousy.
Was it Batman and Superman or something? Who was it?
No, Batman and Robin was...
Oh, no, I didn't like the Batman Superman one.
Did you not?
No. That was 2 hours of my... that was 2 hours I did. See, I like George Clooney, so the one he was in, I can't really remember what it is. I can't remember. Did I watch what, sorry? ER? I know ER, the TV show. Yeah, a little bit. So I was never really... Pardon? It did have the Cloonster in it, absolutely. Swoony Clooney. Absolutely. One of my friends I went to at A-level ended up in ER. How depressing's that? Yeah.
In the
it's
show?
Very amazing. Yeah. No,
right,
not
just
in
checking.
ER. Sorry. And turning up in A&E. Yeah, it's like, oh, look, she's like, oh, yeah, Parminder. She did Bend It Like Beckham.
Oh, wow.
She's done very well, very well.
Awesome.
I'm like that. She's rubbing shoulders with Swoony Clooney. How amazing. Yeah. 40 carats, very well done. Let's squeeze one more in, shall we? One more. Let's do number 15, because we've loved the cabs today. Have a little look at these. So delight. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it.
But they are delightful.
They are delightful. You can't help it. You can't help it. have a little look at these. What about me, Mike? Yeah. 105 carats. 105 carats of sodalite. Have a little look at those. Wonderful, yeah, I can't beat that. Wonderful colour. Beautiful blues. Look at all of those. Phenomenal. Big pear-shaped gemstones. 105 carats. Well, you know, come on. Can I just say, Mike? Remember the film with Jason Statham? It was called Hummingbird. I'm in that with Jason Statham.
Nice.
Yeah. Playing myself on Jewellery Maker.
Oh, I've seen the still.
You've seen that clip?
Yeah,
it's
amazing.
Hilarious. One of the customers got in touch and went, oh, I've just seen you in the film with Jason Statham. Went, have you? I don't remember making that.
Yeah, I'm waiting for my cheque.
I'm still waiting for my cheque. Yeah, and apparently he walks. To be fair, my sister did sum it up though, because he walked into an apartment and he was very depressed. Life wasn't going very well for him, and then he turned around and then I was on the telly on Jewellery Maker, so clearly picked his day up. And typically at the time, the clip they used, there's me stumbling over my words going, I'm like, could you have not found a better clip? No, because that's Ruth at her best, stumbling over her words. No, I've not dined out on that clip, let's be honest. £6. I always wonder though, on the break when they cut filming, did they just stop for a minute and then they were just watching Jewellery Maker? Do you know what I mean? Or was it just a clip, or did they just tune in?
Do you think maybe they just turned the telly on and it randomly chose the channel?
No, they didn't actually. They did request the clip.
I see.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. How cool is that?
Infamy.
Infamy. They've all got it infamy. £6.95.
Got to be done.
Very, very well done on those. Big. Oh, I've had far too much fun tonight. Fabulous. Well done on those. Right. No more fun. Come on, let's concentrate. Like that's going to happen. We do have that fantastic kit to share with you at the other side of this. So for everybody that's messaged in about the ring, that is one teeny tiny weeny part of the kit, because there is so much more to share with you. The Swarovski crystals, the amazing wire that's coming up, and the fantastic designs by our Jem herself. See you in a second.
If for any reason you're not satisfied with your purchase, you have the benefit of our 30-day money-back guarantee.
Getting started with Jewellery Maker couldn't be easier. When you spend with us £4.95, you will get a free welcome pack. That welcome pack will give you pretty much everything you need to get started. From a manual, which will help you to familiarise yourself with all of the items that you're going to be creating, and all of the products that you need, including tools and findings and threads. You'll also get a DVD and step-by-step project cards. These cards and the DVD will give you the chance to be able to create a wonderful arrangement of different items of jewellery. Plus, you'll also get a free 3-pack of tools. These will be everything you need to get started. So, getting started with the Jewellery Maker couldn't be easier. So why not give it a go today? Jewellery Maker, your one-stop shop for all your jewellery making needs. Buying from Jewellery Maker couldn't be easier. When we bring an item to you, all the graphics come on screen, and this gives you all the information that you will need to know, from the item code to the product description with all of the key information. Then the price comes on, and whether you join at the beginning or at the end of the offer, everyone pays the final on-screen price. So, when you see an item that you would like to buy, simply pick up the phone and dial our free phone number, and you'll get through to our UK-based call centre. Alternatively, you can join us at www.JewelleryMaker.com and start your jewellery making journey today. Jewellery Maker, the one-stop shop for all your jewellery making needs.
You can now book Jewellery Maker workshops online. Just head over to our Jewellery Maker website and click on the workshop link. We have a wide range of workshops from beginner to intermediate, covering a variety of mediums. Once you've found a workshop you would like to attend, simply click on the Book Now button, fill in the required fields, and then press Continue. This will take you through to the payment page. If you have any questions, you can contact our workshop coordinator at any time by emailing workshop@jewellerymaker.com. We look forward to seeing you. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Hello, welcome back to the show. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We're having far too much fun. I hope you are at home as well. We have one more gorgeous hour with you with the lovely Jem, and it's time to bring to you the 6th kit of Christmas. Whizzing through Christmas, aren't we? And this is so glorious. I had to wear the necklace because it's amazing. We've been wearing the ring, or I have been wearing the ring, and you've been messaging in so many people, so many text messages, so thank you very much for that. Wonderful designs, beautiful pieces, and we are going to dive straight into this kit. This is so lovely. Looks like tanzanite, doesn't it?
It really does. It's absolutely stunning. And imagine what it would cost if you had a chunk of beautifully clear tanzanite at that size.
Well, you'd barely be able to afford the ring, let alone a pendant, a piece like that. Well, have a little look, because this is so, so glorious. What a fantastic set that is, actually. Really, really lovely to see those two together. It's a big, big piece of jewellery, really rather fabulous. This is our wonderful Christmas time. Yay! Sterling silver, copper wire, and you have these amazing, amazing Swarovski elements in here as well. We'll go through the wire in a second, but let's just start with, as we call them, we call the Swarovski tanzanite bicones. Obviously, they're not tanzanite, they're tanzanite coloured, but they are absolutely awesome. And these bicones are just phenomenal. You can see them there, and it's all about that degree of cutting, the angles, the facets that are done on these Swarovski crystals are so, so precise, and that's what the reputation kind of precedes them, doesn't it?
It really does. It's such clean lines, and it allows that light to perform so beautifully.
And they're such a lovely tone, very, very bright and beautiful. And of course, if they were tanzanite gemstones, I would be probably holding a fortune in my hand, to be fair. Very clear, very clean, and very crisp. So you've got all of those. There's 24 bicones in this kit. They are all 8mm, so they're a very nice size as well, aren't they, the 8mm, and drilled right the way through. Again, very, very precisely, very cleanly done, but that spectacular polish again. I mean, look how they almost, when you see them together like that, they're almost sort of intensifying, aren't they?
They certainly do, yes. They sort of cluster together and add more, which is why it's so nice to set them using that bicone shape.
Yeah.
You can get them to sort of tessellate almost.
They are gorgeous, and you kind of cluster them together and you get more of the deep tones. Spread them out a little bit, and they kind of, you see more of maybe the periwinkle hues almost within there. Very, very pretty. Yeah. And then these are absolutely adorable. Two pear shape, if I can hold those in my hands, there we go. Two chunky pears. I don't want to say chunky because they're so elegant, but you've got those lovely pear-shaped Swarovski stones. Two of those, they're 10 by 7mm, so you get two, but let me just make that singular so you can see perhaps a little bit more of the pear. But you also get, let's show that to you, you get the mount to pop them into, which is fabulous. So you've got that with the four. Yep, so if you can see that, if I turn that around, you've got the four holes, you've got the open back. There we go, in the mount, so you can just see. So you've got two one side and two on the other side, so the open back. I mean, the light's just going to absolutely love that. And then you've got sort of the four prongs to actually hold the gemstone into position. We'll talk to Jem about that in terms of setting in just a moment. So that's the Swarovski elements. You've obviously got that incredible tanzanite colour in there, but wire-tastic.
It is.
So exciting. Right, we have silver-plated copper wire, but you've got the half-round wire and you've got the square wire. Now, if I can pick out the two, what's going to be the easiest way of showing these, I wonder? So there we go. So you've got the larger of the wire there. Just want to show you some of the what we've got. So we've got it's all jumbled on here a little bit. And it's rhodium plating, by the way, on the ring mount. So in terms of the different gauges that you've got in here, we've got 2 lots of 0.5 square. We have 0.6 in square and half round, 0.8 in square and half round, and 1 mil in square and half round as well. There we go. Thank you. Thank you for your help on that, Phil. So you can see, I mean, okay, in terms of difference, obviously with the square and the half round, you explain to us a little bit in terms of what you would generally use. Obviously, it's going to give a very different visual, isn't it? The square wire I love, but it is a very different visual, obviously, to your normal rounded wire.
It certainly does. You get more face for your money. So if you're looking at a 1 mil round, you're seeing quite a smooth domed surface that's 1 millimetre wide.
Yeah.
But when you're looking at the face of a square wire, you see a beautiful, flat, lustrous, well, it is what it says on the tin, it's square, and you see all that beautiful surface. But the way it works is that it is more wire per length. So you've got 3 metres of square wire, you get more wire than you would if it was 3 metres of round because of the shape of the profile. And in that way, it's much stronger. So you can use a 1 mil for a torque and know that that's going to be super stable once you've kind of given it some warmth and put it into shape, and it will stay beautifully in that form, whereas a 1 mil round wire might not react in the same way. In terms of how it looks, when you band 2 pieces of square wire together with a half round, it looks almost machined. It's absolutely stunning. Your half round sits beautifully on the face of cabochons, for instance. Obviously, I've not worked with cabs in this kit, but we looked at some cabs earlier on, and you can wrap across the front with the flat face down and the D profile up, and it looks absolutely stunning.
Beautiful.
Beautiful combination, and you've got all of the gauges that you could possibly want to work with.
And it's nice because it just adds a different dimension, doesn't it, to what you're saying, to what you're seeing, the geometrics that you can play with. You kind of think that wire is wire, but actually when you're getting the chance to own the half wire or the square wire, you are playing with geometrics, you're playing with the different visuals, and I think you've picked up on this beautifully. That little pendant we just saw, the ring I've been wearing, obviously, picking up the geometrics of the bicone works beautifully with that wire. It would be a very different look if you'd used what we think of as the classic wire, the rounded wire.
Indeed, and also in this design, I wouldn't have used a round 1 millimetre wire for that shape, purely because it's unlikely to stay. Now here I can kind of twang that, and I know that unless you're carrying masses of shopping bags, that's going to be a fairly stable design, and you wouldn't be able to achieve that unless you work hard and your 1 mil round. So it's kind of half of the job is done for you. It's great.
Beautiful. And as you say, there's a heck of a lot of wire here, which is lovely because it gives you that freedom to be creative. You don't have to worry, do you?
It does, absolutely. You can just sort of go for your life with it.
And some very nice pieces that Jem's created. Now, I've got some breaking news. Breaking news, we can't move on that price because we've got a technical glitch. Oh, that's a nice star. A little technical glitch. It is big news. We almost need a drum roll. Jem's on it, Jem's on it. Brrr. Because we're not going to let you have this kit at £30.45. Seamless. £24.95.
Yay!
Yay! If you phone up the call centre, they know now it will be £24.95. We couldn't take the price down on the screen. There's a little gremlin in there going, no, 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 no. But I think because of the Swarovski elements, because of the tanzanite colour, the sheer volume of wire, everything in our system was going, no, no, no. You've taken it to £30.45. That is it. Peeling back the layers, taking every pound a penny. You're not having any more. And we've said, we are. Well, we are, actually. It's our 6th kit of Christmas. Sorry, I felt like I just spat that at you. It's the 6th kit of Christmas. It's quite hard to say, that is, for me. The 6th kit of Christmas. 6th kit of Christmas. You have to enunciate, don't you, very crisply. 6th kit. You will get it for £24.95.
Awesome.
So, bonus.
That is
good,
awesome.
isn't it?
Yeah,
we
amazing.
like that. So everyone that's checked out, don't worry, it will be £24.95. So fabulous. So for all of that wire, all of those Swarovski bicones, the beautiful big pear shapes, and you've got the 2 mounts on there, which Jem has used. I love that bracelet. It's so beautiful, and you've used it on the little pendant as well. Are they easy to set into the mount?
They absolutely are. I can guide you through that. Obviously, I'm not going to set them because these will need to go back to the warehouse and be sent out to somebody. But the easiest way is to use one of our soft macrame boards. Make sure there's no disruption on the surface. Pop one of your pairs down, and then if you pop the setting over it, that's kind of the easiest way to make it fit in. Once you've flipped that back over, what I would use is a north, south, east, west technique, and I tend to use the curve of my bent chain nose pliers, and I would start on one side and just push over in a gentle rocking motion. If you have an agate burnisher, that's the ideal tool to do it. But to do one diagonal swap, do the other diagonal, and then come back around. If you set 2 at the bottom, for instance, it can push the crystal free at the top, and then you can't get those 2 top prongs down. So do a north, south, east, west, and you'll be able to get that set quite nicely.
Perfect. Lovely. So that's how to utilise the pear shape with the setting. Thank you, my lovely.
Not a problem.
And just so much wire, and of course you've got the half round wire, and you've got the square, and it's the silver plated copper as well, so 2 totally different dimensions. Very beautiful. Whilst we are there, we've got more wire we can share with you. So don't forget that kit will be £24.95, not £30. We just can't change it on screen. So £24.95. But then as well, now we're going to give you a bit of a bargain. Phil's had a little bit of a chat. We've been hearing him in our ear. We're going to give you a slight, quite a big apology price actually for that little gremlin. And how many times have we referred to this wire tonight with the agate? So many of the different gemstones we've had. These are lovely. You've got the bronze wire. We've got, again, lots of different gauges here. You've got 2 lots of the 0.6. You have a 0.8, and you've got a 1 mil in here as well. And again, we've got the half round, and you've got the square. Again, let me pop these on the white stuff because they're disappearing in there, aren't they? So let's have a little look. Can we find, so we've got the half round, and we've got the...
That looks like the heaviest square
Yeah,
there.
it does, doesn't it? And we've got square there as well. Yep. So
pass that over to you.
Thank you, Joel. We've only got 150 of these.
Is that all?
What did you just say, Phil? Oh my word, wait till you see this price. Oh my goodness. This is apology price.
That's so not...
Didn't say that. That's definitely not the price.
What we discussed beforehand.
He's a little banana, isn't he? Goodness me. Love it. Love it. He's a cheeky sausage, is our Phil. Well, that's apology price.
So the 6 reels for less than £8. I can't do maths very well, but that's like £1.33 a reel, something like that, is it?
I'm not even going to try. I just know that's really mega affordable.
That's amazing. Thank you so much, Phil.
£1.33. That's incredible. You could be the next Carol Vorderman.
I don't know about that.
£7.95.
Not so much with the advanced calculus.
That's advanced calculus to me. And that's incredible. That is really... So let's be honest, for all of the wire you've got there and for the kit we've just done, you're barely over that start price. You're literally in a couple of pounds. That's amazing, amazing, amazing. Well, stock up. That's nowhere near what Phil said, but we couldn't move on the price of the other kit, so we've gone low. Third of the stock gone.
I'm just wondering, colour-wise,
yes.
those together, wouldn't that be a... Bye! I don't know how she does it.
It's all about timing, that is. Absolutely all about timing.
Throw some down.
Yeah, they do look lovely. Right, look at those. Half the stock's gone. They're going to sell out. That looks amazing.
That is a
they look beautiful
combo.
Do you know what? I really like that.
I can imagine
gorgeous.
now a very angular, funky tree of life, whereas we would normally do smooth branches like this. We're going to have some quite funky, angular.
Nice.
Have you ever seen roots of a tree that have grown through brickwork?
Oh,
that's
gosh,
what I'm seeing. With the angularity, if that's even a word,
I love
of
it.
the bicones.
It's like a puglet or a piglet or whatever we talked about earlier on. I don't know. Catlet, hoglet, and wherever half the stock of your biconelets have gone. Not surprising as a price like that. All of that a wire.
That's amazing.
Goodness gracious me. That's an exciting opportunity. Happy Christmas.
I vaguely remember several years ago when I first saw profile wire, special profile wire on JM. It was sold individually in little wrapped packets.
Yep, I remember that.
At about 3 metre lengths. And I'm quite sure that each one was, what, £6.95 and then some?
Yeah.
Possibly more?
Yep, I remember.
And that's a whole bundle.
£7.95. 1, 2,
Amazing.
3, 4, 5, 6 of the different gauges, and that is just a total time to treat yourself. Absolutely wonderful. They're glorious. Susan's messaged in, said, wow, that's a great deal. Had to get 2. Well,
Nice
I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Leanne said, oh, Jem, stunning work by a stunning lady.
Oh, thank you, darling. Mwah.
She's fab,
Big
isn't she?
hugs.
She's fab. And Jane said, steampunk wire. Woohoo!
Most definitely, yes. Think of the cogwheels you could actually generate yourself. I'd go for the 0.8 wire.
Nice.
1 mil around the middle and then make some zigzags. That would be gorgeous.
So cute. That's amazing. I love it. I love it. I wouldn't have thought of even looking at those two together, but they
That's
look
stunning.
phenomenal.
Absolutely stunning.
Beautiful. Oh my goodness me. Keep going on those. They're going to sell out, aren't they?
I'm quite sure they will.
No-brainer. No-brainer. Right, I guess we need to see some of these fantastic designs, have a bit of an insight into terms of how they are made. So we've got the cross pendant that I've been wearing with the gemstone set into that. And then you've got more of the sort of almost...
It's an infinity cross. I sell these as infinity crosses.
Yeah,
because
of
it's
course.
sort of one single piece of wire.
Yeah, and that almost... And you have actually got that almost elongated figure of 8 in there as well,
Lovely.
haven't you?
It's delicious.
So beautiful.
And there are 2 ways to do these, and I'm going to show you one way.
Fabulous.
Which is the rapid way, but I'm also going to talk you through the second way, and I'll also have a look at what this cross looks like naked.
I didn't know that.
It's gone 9.
Lena's just messaged in to say, yay, thank you for the price reduction. I finally got a square and half round wire to practice with. Never used it before.
You're
Brilliant.
going to love it. Absolutely
will.
gorgeous. Please do send in your designs to the Wall of Fame.
Yeah,
We'd love to
please
see
do.
them.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, they've flown. Right, let's start the demo. Let's have a little look.
I'm going to work with the 1mm square wire. When you're working on a flat design using square wire, your main priority and key is to keep the same face facing you all the way through. Tools I'm going to be using are flush cutters, my standard bent chain nose pliers, and some multi-size bail making pliers.
Yep.
So I had to struggle quite hard to find that name then. But these are really handy for making the round ends of your infinity crosses. So with this design, I start at one end and create a very simple wrapped loop bail, which you can see just here. It's just a bit of a circle, and what we would do at the end of the demo is to chase that tail all the way around, and that would just give us a very simple bail at the top.
Lovely.
So again, if you have any issues with doing a wrapped loop, just let me know and I will guide you through that as best I can. So we're going to leave ourselves a tail. Now 1mm square wire is much firmer to work with than your 1mm round, so giving it a good warm through is really advisable, and also being aware that it's going to be slightly tougher to work than your 1mm round. So we're going to leave ourselves a tail at the top of about 2 to 3 inches, and that's going to be enough for us to create into a bail a bit later on. I'm starting as usual with a bit of a right angle, but I'm going to come straight in with my bail making pliers, and I'm going to use the smallest aperture at the top, and you'll see that I switched my grip there because what I want to do is twist this around at the top so that I get really quite a close arc, as it were. So I'm going to just warm that through and show you that this is the bit we're going to ignore for now. That's going to turn into a bail later, and we've got that little arc coming through and then a long length coming down. So the next thing we're going to do is to decide where we want the size of our cross to be. So if we look here, the central part is around about 1.5 inches down. Now obviously you can make that to any size you want. That's another variation, which is the same as the one that's on display. So that's a single end here and a single end here, which I'll talk you through a little bit later on. So the first thing that we're going to do is to generate a bend in the wire at that point we've decided is going to be the nexus. And we're going to draw that across just after 3 o'clock. So that's coming down just after the 3 o'clock mark. And we're going to come back in now with those bail makers. Now I tend to think that this dimension,
the top to the nexus should be repeated on either side.
Yes.
Now, various people will have different ideas of what that dimension should be. Sometimes you'll see that the side arcs are shorter. So I'm going to come in again with the smallest dimension on those bail making pliers. And I'm going to just roll that until I can get that visually to be approximately the same length. And then I'm going to grasp the tail of the wire and bring that around and across. Now we want it to cross at that point where we made our first bend. I'm going to remove those bail makers, and then we're going to just fiddle with that until it looks right. And the only way to do that is really to have that in your hands and have a go. Now, if you don't want to practice with your profile wire, you can practice with a lighter gauge of scrap wire. Overall, we were looking at around about 20 to 24 inches. So that may be a real end of something that you've just got hanging around, that maybe you've kinked it or it's been in the bottom of your bag. Some reason you don't need it. Have a practice, you'll get the idea of it, and then move on to your square profile. Again, the key I will say is we're looking to have the same face of our wire facing us up all the way. The heavier gauges tend not to twist quite as much as the lighter gauges, which is why I'm choosing to use the 1mm. So I'm just going to switch this around, and we're looking at this upside down now, coming in again with that smallest dimension of the bail makers. Now you see we're going to do a figure of 8 design, so we've come down, across, looped up and around. We're going across on a very shallow diagonal, so we need to take that tail all the way around. You can take it under or over, it's entirely up to you, but we're just going to get that to sit exactly how we want it to until we have our wire crossing at that nexus point where we made our original bend. So you will probably take pains a bit later on just to get that to sit exactly how visually that appeals to you. But the next thing we're going to do is underneath, grip hold of that last section of wire that we're just working on and draw that down. So we're going to go around, loop and back up so that we come across diagonally once more. So releasing my grip here, I'm going to turn this through 90 degrees, come in again with the smallest dimension on those bail makers, draw that tail all the way around, and I'm going to come over the top this time for no other reason than I think it looks pretty. So you can see we've got a bit of a curve in the wire here. We don't want that to be curved, we want that to be straight at the moment. So just a quick run through and we can solve that issue straight away.
Conditions really quickly in that respect, doesn't it?
It does. It's not difficult. You just need to tell it who's boss and it will work for you. You will.
Will change.
So coming back up, it's starting to look a bit more like an infinity cross now. So you can see it's slightly swooping down at the bottom over to one side. So all I would do is probably just come in with some flat facing pliers and give that a little bit of a manual tweaking so that that sits slightly more square. Now I'm just going to draw the tail slightly over by putting a little angle again at that nexus point. Spooch, there we go. And then last but not least, coming in again with the smallest aperture and just drawing across at the top. So you can see that we've generated that infinity shape. So again, wire will have the propensity to disappear from part of the shape you're working with. We don't want that to happen. With your square wire, it's less likely. So what we would do is grip that quite firmly, just where that curve is at the top here. Okay, so we're gripping right at the top. And you're seeing from the back at the moment, so I'm going to push this tail over the top and ensure that you're happy with that dimension before gripping firmly and bringing that tail around. Now you may prefer to make this grip with a pair of pliers, but I'm just going to really hold that super tight and push that tail around. Now with this end that we've got coming away now, what you can do is wrap it around twice, put a little coil on it. Coils are your cover-all. They will save you from uneven edges, they will save you from slightly messy fixings. If you're slightly unhappy that it's uneven, then stick a coil on it.
Perfectly.
That's how I deal with it anyway. Okay, so if I can talk you through the other infinity cross very briefly.
Brilliant. Oh, just very quickly, sorry, there's only 20 of the antique bronze left. That is it. Wow. 150 odd or something. Yes, 34 in baskets. Got to check out on those.
That is an amazing price. Absolutely outstanding.
Definitely not what we spoke about.
It really isn't. It's far, far, far away from that, actually.
Yes, but that's all good. That's all good.
Okay, so this Infinity Cross is slightly different in so much as we start with a coil in the centre and we draw up in a nice, smooth, in exactly the same technique we would use our bail making pliers again. Draw that all the way around, make the angle, exactly the same technique to make the most of the cross, angle down, draw that up, all the way back up to the top. But what changes here is because we have a single starting point in the centre, we end up with a double line of that square profile wire. And this is where it's handy to have your half round as well, because what I've done is put 4 bands of the half round. I believe this is 0.6. And that just shows you how it's all kept together. Now, once that's banded, it just looks a little bit like a design hint. You could, if you wanted to, replicate by banding 4 or 5 times on the other side. You could even go to each of the extremities of the cross.
Nice.
But what the function of that is that it keeps that second little line super tight, so that from the front it looks like your infinity. And again, you would then just create a wrapped loop with the sticky uppy bit at the top.
Beautiful.
Now, we're not going to make the cross that you're wearing, but I am going to show you what it looks like naked.
Perfect. Not me, the cross. Have a little look. So you can have a little see. There we go, with the gems in. Because I was talking about this when Jem came in with the designs, just sort of noting obviously that it follows the bicones really perfectly, and that wire again, just perfect choice for this.
It's quite funky, I think. My design brief was make a glam cross. So
I think you've done it.
That's quite glamorous, but it's also, I think, quite edgy because you've got that angularity. I'm going for it again.
Yeah,
it's probably not a word, but oh well.
I like it.
But this is what the cross looks like before you set the Swarovski into position. And it's around about the same length of wire again, about 22 inches of the 1mm gauge. And we start with a point at the base to begin with. And then it's just a case of zigzagging until we get to the central section.
Okay.
And then we have, if I just open that out slightly in this direction, you'll be able to see that from that central zigzag, we create an arm. Now it does look like an antelope or a deer. It looks like a very strange little deer. But to get that dimension, I used some flat-facing pliers, and it just so happened that they fit perfectly to generate that shape. And then it was a case of using the 0.8mm gauge half round, banding twice at the bottom and laying the Swarovski bicone in each of those little apertures, wrapping once around those join points, those nexus points, before moving up to the next. And on one, I wrapped to the left, and on the next nexus, I wrapped to the right. If you get up close and personal with the photography later and you wish to replicate the cross, then you will be able to see that little design point. The reason for that is that it means the bicones don't come out of position. If you constantly wrapped to the right, to the right, to the right, there might be an element of staggering or skewing. Okay. But that kind of keeps it a little bit more symmetrical.
Fantastic. And you're okay with that wire in terms of when you were pulling that open? You're obviously, you're never going to be rough with your wire. You're always going to sort of treat it gently anyway.
You do need to be respectful of your wire, and it will be much more respectful for you.
Yeah. Beautiful. Brilliant.
Cool.
Brilliant pieces. Oh, we've got another message. Fantastic. This is from Sarah saying, Jem, you are a superstar. Stunning jewellery once again. I'm turning into a broken record.
But we like it.
We like it. Yeah, but she is fabulous. You just are.
Do I deserve a raccoon?
I don't know about that, but we'll see. We might start with a squirrel, but we'll see what we can do. Santa, dear Santa, I want a raccoon. Amazing though, be inspired because they are beautiful. Let's just quickly recap the price on the kit because obviously we got stuck. We got stuck at the £30 mark and we said, no, not having that, we're not doing that today. So actually you won't be paying £30.45, you will be paying £24.95. Amazing. Give the call centre a ring and that price will be changed. That will be £24.95. So a really, really fantastic option. So if you're buying on the web, do you need to call the call centre still? I would do. Well, but don't panic. Obviously, if your order's going through tonight, it's not going to be dispatched tonight. So don't worry. We'll get Scott to have a quick look, and the managers will excuse me, have a little look at that again tomorrow. So you will pay $24.95. So if it goes through on that, and you're thinking, oh, I've done it on the web. Don't panic. It will be adjusted. So don't panic about that whatsoever. Not a raccoon. You deserve a womble. A womble.
They're quite big.
They're not from where I'm standing. But then everything's small from where I'm standing, to be fair. The Wombles of Wimbledon.
Common, apparently.
Coming are we. Dun, 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 dun. Wombles. Oh, see, we're going back again. Do you remember the flumps? Rosie and Palsy. There we go. Right.
Phil's just said, go, leave.
Go. Get out of the building. Phil, the good news is I'm back with you again on Friday. Thanks, my love.
Mwah.
Back with you on Friday. Well, maybe I could visit you tomorrow. Maybe I should come back tomorrow. No, I don't think you can cope with me 2 nights on a trot, to be fair. Right, okay. We're going to be fast and furious now. Got lots and lots of designs to do. We are not going to be. We're not going to be talking about. We are not going to be talking about films or anything now. Might talk. Well, I say that. You know me. I go off on a tangent. You can talk about food if you want to. Food at Christmas. It's up to you. It's up to you. But anyway, let's go on. Oh, look at the colour. Look at the colour of these.
That's amazing.
Christmas.
Very sprout-like.
Oh, very sprout-like. There we go. No, $4.45. Green freshwater pearls. I do love a sprout at Christmas, but you've got to have some bacon in there as well. Lardons. £4.45 for green freshwater pearls. They're really cute.
They're amazing.
Never seen that colour. There's only 10. Never seen that colour. You're going to be really lucky if you get those. They are beautiful. Okay, Phil, you are... Right, he's on one now. Okay. Last half an hour of the show this evening, Phil is on it. He is on it. So £3.95. He's on it and gone it. He's only gone and done it. 10 chances available. They are beautiful. 3 by 5 millimetres, 18 centimetres strand of pearls. What a great colour though. They are very, very lovely, aren't they? Beautiful. On and they're going to be gone. Oh, I'm so sorry. Loads of people have missed out on those. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't like it when that happens. Loads of you missed out on that. We could have had 4 or 5 times that amount. Oh, lots of people have bought 2 or 3s. I'm sorry if you missed out on those. I'm sorry. Sad face. Right, 370 carats of cornelian. 12 millimetre rounds. These are big and beautiful. Wonderful colours. Rich, gorgeous, gorgeous tones that you're seeing in there. The oranges, the beautiful colour graduating all the way through on there. It's amazing, but a very, very ancient gemstone that we're loving on this one. They are not enhanced, they are totally natural, and it's iron oxide that provides the sort of striking colour within there. This hour's going to give me the headache at £5.95. Beautiful colours in there. Really, I know. That's
not dyed agate, that's carnelian. You know
carnelian,
that, right?
and it's natural. Yeah.
That's okay.
I know. Yay! Woo! Let's just go with it. It's Christmas. It's Christmas. 370 carats. They are lovely, aren't they? Beautiful big rounds. They are phenomenal. And that's what this next half an hour or 25 minutes or so is about. Gabby, hello. Ross. Wow, loads of people jumping in. Natalia, Brian, Angela, Collector Greater Manchester. Look, grab these deals whilst you have them again. I just wish we had more to go around, but it's a bit of a miss it, miss out. So you don't want to be doing that. We want you to be winning on all of those deals. So beautiful, beautiful colours, but very ancient gemstone. Truly, they are glowing away in there, aren't they? They've got like an internal flame that's burning in there. Beautiful. I know, natural carnelian, so special. 38 centimetre strand. They're going to go with a lot of the gemstones as well. Really, really kind of, well, you've got to respect them actually because they're pretty awesome. Very well done if you're adding those to your order. Rachel joins us, Christina joins us. Rachel's in Belgium. Hello, Rachel. Nice to have your company tonight. £5 not. Have I been to? Yes, I went to Belgium when I was with the school. I think I was about 11, so many, many moons ago. Very well done. Congratulations on the web on those as well. These are cheeky deals now, right the way through till the end of the show. So grab them, grab them, grab them. Right, let's grab another chain because we didn't have enough of these earlier on. Oh, it's a 30. I do like the 30 inches. These are so, so lovely. Have a little look at these. Lots of sparkle on there. Silver twist chain. 30-inch, 9 to 5 sterling silver. Look at it glistening, look at it twinkling. Do you know what that reminds me of? You know when you look out at, maybe you're on holiday and you open the curtains, you look out at the ocean, the sun's just rising and you see it all twinkling, all the twinkling sun on the water. So pretty. £10.95. They are glorious, and you can see you've got the flat sort of edges on the sterling silver, so it's really going to glisten. It's going to look so pretty. JewelleryMaker.com on the web. Well done. Add to your order. Big gram weight again on that one, but 30 inches, so you've got a lovely long length on that sterling silver, so you can quite simply pop that over your head. It's a bolt ring clasp as well, but it does sparkle, it absolutely twinkles, and that's going to look so glorious. If you like your big long necklaces like I do, and you like to wear those with your big chunky pendants, that's going to, especially over your winter woolies as well. You've got your roll neck on, or you've got your nice black jumper on, you've got a lovely long chain, that's going to look so fantastic. Yes, it is. It's time to get your turtlenecks out, isn't it? It's getting a bit chilly. They are glorious. Oh, you haven't lived if you've not had a turtleneck, Mike. You need a turtleneck.
My mum made me a jumper in the 1980s which was bright orange and silver.
Wow.
And she went wrong with the pattern, and the neck was, I couldn't even hold the top of it with my arms outstretched. It was made for a giraffe.
I was going to say you should have donated it.
Yeah, seriously, Mum.
Bless you. Whereas my grandma, my dad's mum, would make us jumpers for Christmas, and every time we got it every year, it was like, oh, because the head hole was about that wide, and literally my mum would be like that, come on, we've got to try and put it on, and we'd be there rigid, me and my sister, like that, trying to get this jumper over our head. Mum would go, we've got to try and get this on, so when your grandma's over our head,
I'd actually have paid to see that.
Yeah, hilarious. And I think in the end, I think my mum finally gave up when she actually realised that when they did, we were close to tears at that stage. It won't fit. It really won't. No, it actually won't. It's the size of an armhole. Like, yeah. Blood red face. It won't go on. £10.95. Very well done on your sterling silver chain. Congratulations. Sally's just joined us. Jill and Steve and Linda. Yeah, go for it on that one. Twinkling away. Looking incredibly, incredibly beautiful. So very, very well done on your sterling silver chain, whether you're on the phone lines or on the web. Congratulations. Lovely. Box number 5. Oh, these are pretty. These are pretty. So I'm now thinking of clothing disasters at Christmas. We've had a few, my goodness me. Oh, these are so clear. So clear. Look at that, how beautiful is that? That's really pretty, really pretty. Shaded pink amethyst. It's almost fairy-like, isn't it? It's almost princess-like for the colours that you're seeing there. I love that. I'm a pink girl anyway, but this is a kind of a violet lilac pink that you're seeing. Very, very pretty. I'd almost say you've got to be, surely that's going to be very borderline close to Rose de France.
I was thinking the same, yeah. There's an element in there, isn't there? Really gorgeous.
I mean, we're talking like 5% of amethyst for Rose de France, but it's got to be close, goodness me. And they almost look like liquid. The glow, the internal glow, the internal beauty from those gemstones make them look almost like they're moving, make them look incredibly beautiful. And 90 carats here, 17 centimetre strand. Oh my gosh, okay. Just literally spend the next sort of 20-25 minutes, however long we've got remaining in the show, just to go, yeah, thank you, check out, thank you, grab that, then make your decision when you get them at home, because they are, as a bracelet, that is going to look incredibly, incredibly beautiful. How graceful and gorgeous is this? I'm like, how many of these do we have? Okay, I might have to try and grab one of those because I really like that. The purity. You know, when you said earlier on, Jem, have you been buying? And I said, no, I've been quite good recently. Oh, I should have brought that with me. I've just bought, you know, what is that from Family Fortunes, isn't it? The game. Yeah. I've just had the board game, and it's actually, it said includes batteries, and I'm like, what for what? It's a card game. It's got the little box that you press on your finger that goes.
Do you know? I think I'd buy it just for that.
Life. It's made my life. I literally walked around the house today and I kept asking my husband questions, and he'd give me an answer and I'd go, How annoying did I become today?
I could see sales of that shooting through the roof.
It's genius. It's genius. Yeah, love it. Love the board game just for that. The cats weren't too impressed, but I was in hysterics. £9.95 is not a price. It's a woo. Very, very beautiful. That's gorgeous. I do like that. Peridot pen. pears. Peridot pears. Juicy. Ooh. These are delicious, delicious, delicious. Oh my gosh. Oh, these are juicy. These are gorgeous. These, oh wow. I like the way we've clustered these together actually. Strong colour, just like the Peridot we had earlier on. But I love the way we've put these together. Little clusters of 5s, I would say. They are so sweet. They are so sweet. 40 carats of Peridot, or Peridot, depending on where you live, but totally natural. Totally, totally, totally natural. It's a bit tomato, Peridot or Peridot. We say Peridot though, don't we? £28.95 on 40 carats worth. No, we're not staying there. We are going to be going a lot lower. I'm going to bring that on air with me on Friday. This is so pretty. Very, very strong, brilliant, amazing plaid chromosome you can get sometimes from Peridot as well. Loving this. Look at those colours. Now that would make a beautiful necklace, wouldn't it, if you had that sort of spread out on the neckline, little sections, and don't forget to use your little tubular spaces that are almost like little springs that you're seeing in there. Well, it's got that spring-like colour, hasn't it? But you could just take one section, one little section, one little cluster. You could. They're so pretty.
There's such an impact of colour that a little will go a long way. And again, it's one of those gems that works amazingly with pearls. Gorgeous. With champagne, with your natural pearls.
Actually, yeah, very
really
nice.
Gorgeous.
It's a really lovely strand. It's a little bit funky, it's a little bit beautiful, but it's what we expect from Peridot. We expect that colour. And if you do see, there's one or two, I don't know if you can see that, one or two of the gemstones, you might find tiny, weeny, teeny little black spots within the gem. There's not many in it. Oh, there we go. You might see one or two in there. That's actually unformed diamond. Yep. It's carbon, pure carbon, because diamonds and Peridot grow up holding hands, if you like. They're the only two gemstones that grow up through the kimberlite pipes or are forced up that way. Chrome dioxide, kind of the xenolith, we won't go into that. But if you find olivine, little flashes of olivine within diamond, it's Peridot and vice versa. So really, really special. If you do see the little black spots, the miners used to think they were perhaps little symbols of good luck, but really perfect, perfect colour on that. And just think, zooming up through the kimberlite pipes, you're talking about sort of 100 miles, forced up kind of through a volcano, if you want to think of it like that, forced up to the surface. Immense pressure, immense sort of constraints that the gemstone's gone under. But how lovely is the end result? Really pretty. £17.95. Glorious and very high refractive index, so which you can see actually, can't you? You can see them glowing.
Yeah, I think they remind me of diamonds, you know, in so much as they grow in the same sort of position. They have that beautiful elegance, gloss and sheen to them.
Yeah. Very, very nice, and it's £17.95 again. You've got a massive, massive carat weight to enjoy on that particular strand. So beautiful. Keep adding them into your order today because they are super. These are always popular. These are always popular, and we're down to the last 20. That's how popular they are. Green amethyst, soft. Oh my word, you're in for a treat on price on these. Very soft, very gentle, but wonderfully endearing still in terms of the clarity and the colour tone of these green amethysts. Graduated plain nuggets. Got to be quick. Got to be quick because at £5.95 we do not have many of these whatsoever. And we say that carat weight kind of, I think sometimes quite flippantly. And when you actually stop and take a breath, which I probably need to, and you go 95 carats of genuine gemstones. That is awesome. That figure, that carat weight is pretty unbelievable, and you can certainly see there why at £5.95 the two don't really match, do they? Carat weight and price on that. They don't, but they are so lovely, and a very when I say quite a quite a gentle gleam and colour tone on there, but you can still see them. I mean, I love this. One of the first big gemstones I ever bought, but I do love that.
It's amazing. It's my gemstone of the year, actually.
Oh, is it?
Praise Your Light's gemstone of 1997, 2017.
Wow, 97. There we go. Oh, of course, because if we talk about the Pantone colours, it was the Serenity, the blue and the rose quartz last year, and it's the green. It's the green that we have right now. £5.95. They do look absolutely gorgeous. Well done on that one. 0800 644 655. Terry, Jane, well done. Wendy, congratulations. Julie. Yeah, they are beautiful. Yeah, you are right, Jem, absolutely. They look so, it's kind of a spearminty tone, isn't it? gorgeous. Very, very well done indeed on those. They're lovely. Very refreshing, very beautiful, and just big, sizable gemstones. JewelleryMaker.com. Congratulations to you on the web. I've got the giggles. It's 9:45 and I've got the giggles. Calm down, dear. But they are wonderful. And again, they almost look like liquid, don't they? Glorious. Oh, Sodalite bars. Let's go to the Sodalite bar. Have a look at these. Now, we had the big cabochons earlier on tonight, didn't we? I do like the bar shaped gemstones. They're a bit funky. They're a bit different, aren't they? But they do sit really nicely. I mean, very easy just to take one or two out of those to have a feature, a focal point in a particular piece.
Absolutely. It's unusual as well to not have them graduated, to have a full strand of the same sort of dimension.
It is actually.
It's amazing. You can replicate something of a design over and over, have a full range.
Yeah, it is. It's nice. And they're not too long a drop either. Again, you've got that consistency, as Jem just said, in terms of graduation. Very, very consistent all the way around the strand. But the colours are lovely. You've got lighter hues, you've got cornflower blues, but so intense. And actually a nice depth. If I hold them sort of flat on, you can see you've got that really nice depth. They're not skinny mini little bars. They're actually quite substantial. And they're 300 carats of sodalite, and you can almost see Mother Nature's marbling in there because they are totally natural. They're Brazilian beauty queens. Sometimes referred to this colour as the Princess Blue, which I love.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
It's very royal, isn't it? It's very regal. 300 carats. How lovely is that? Could you set one of those into the cross, maybe?
Oh, absolutely, yes. Yeah.
I suppose you could do anything, really, couldn't you?
You can, because you've got the depth in the bar then, you could very easily encase it in wire and get it to sit exactly how you wanted to. You could make a framework and then have those across the front so it looks just like it's solid sodalite. But I actually think that's an amazing price. There's so many on the strand.
I mean, I'm not even going to count those because we haven't got time left in the show. But there's a lot packed into there. As I say, they're a good depth. They're 16 by 5 millimetres. So really, a gemstone, whether you believe or not, that apparently is meant to calm the emotions on this one. Hello, Kimberly in Aberdeenshire, who said, my dad was ace at making jumpers. He had his own knitting machine back in the 80s.
Hey.
That really goes back.
And the noise.
Yeah, the knitting machines. Oh, wow. That's very cool. Oh, you must have had some. See, Mike said, what's a knitting machine? So, what is a machine that knits? No, a sewing machine sews, a knitting machine knits. Clue's in the name. Clue is in. Well, it's all in the machine, Michael. Well, it takes a lot of time out of it. It saves you a lot of time rather than with your knitting needles. Wow, so you must have had some pretty crazy jumpers. It was very cool. My mum actually made my sister a dress, and it was pretty much made out of carpet. The material was that thick. I actually thought until about 2 years ago that she had made my sister a dress out of carpet, but I misheard. For all of these years, my 32 years on the planet, clearly not those. But yeah, it was just very, very thick cord material, but it was rigid.
Oh my word.
Apparently it wore very well. Lasted for years. Luckily, that's one of the dresses I didn't get as a pass-me-down, thank goodness, because everything else was, but awful, awful. Almost looked like it got the lining on the back as well.
Oh gosh.
Dreadful.
Like one of those carpet bags.
Yeah, yeah. Brilliant. Awful pattern as well. So £8.95, very well done on your sodalite. I had comedy outfits when we were younger. Let's do the popcorn bracelet. This is right. He's here. Zippy, zippy. We do like the bee. I think he's one of our favourites tonight.
Can we call him Brian?
Brian the bee. We can.
There's no pun. I just like the name.
Well, that's my only problem. It's not so puntastic as the owl, is it? As Simon Cat Owl. Still, that has me. That does. Right. Let me just line this up for you. Although it's going to move, isn't it? But if I can do that, stay where you are. Oh, hold on a second, sorry. You get the idea, don't you? You get the idea on the popcorn bracelet. So if I do that and that, perfect for the connector. You can't really see that still, can you? Can I hold that up a little bit more? So okay, so on the popcorn bracelet, you've got, so you can see the little buzzy bee, you've got the two connectors at the top of the bee by the head and the bottom by the bottom, and then you've got the two ends of the popcorn chain. Perfect with that. Really, really perfect. Have we got any of the little buzzy bees remaining? Have a little look. Have a little look on the web because they're cute. We have. Excellent. I might be having a little look at this. And the popcorn chain is brilliant. There we go. Right, this should be $21.95. Can you really? Okay, go for it, Phil. Do your best, which is your worst? Or do your worst, which is your best? So how much is the bee? $4.95. Oh, I'm so loving that. So loving that. That's a really nice birthday, Christmas, anniversary present. So you've got the slider, which you can see, and it's a really good sliding mechanism in there. You've got little pieces of silica. Can you see it needs a good tug, but it stays into position, which is brilliant because also when you bring that closer to the wrist, obviously if you've got your little bee or butterfly, whatever it might be, it's going to stay on the wrist because you can keep that nice and snuggly buggly. There we go. So if I pop the little butterfly on, there you go. So you'll have that as the connector on the centre. What a lovely, I would be really, really thrilled with that as a Christmas present for under £20.
Yeah, absolutely. That would be delightful.
I think I might be, well, I've got to get the bee, have to get the bee, and I think I might have to get that as well, because that's going to... So in terms of connecting that, how would you, just with a small jump ring, or...?
The easiest way would be with a pair of sterling silver jump rings, but if you wanted to, you could use a section of wire about 2 inches long. You could add a little nugget of amber if you wanted to, or just have a rosary link without a gem. It's entirely up to you. Either way, you could sort of get that sitting in there securely.
Oh, it's so cute. It really is. And obviously, I can't say the name of any big brands, but you know the big names that are out there, the big brands that focus on silver. Yeah, if I saw a bracelet like that in one of those big brands, I would totally not be surprised if that was triple figures. Honestly, or even if it was a $99.99, you know the price you can pay for some of those big silver pieces, and that's so substantial. The bracelet's just gorgeous, and it's 3 grams on its own. That's a really low price for that one. I'm really, really thrilled on that for you. That's so cute. I have to get that little bee. Have to get that with the chain. That's so cute. That's just glorious. Sorry. The carpet, hi Lizette, could it stand and walk on its own, Ruth? Love you both. It probably could have done, to be fair. I can't remember because I was only little, but I've heard the stories. I can only imagine when my mum took it off my sister, that she could stand it in the corner.
It's just what I was thinking, it wouldn't need a mannequin, would it?
No,
it would
just stand there and we could put other clothes on it, but yeah, I don't think it was that bad, but it was pretty awful by the sounds of things. Oh, okay, we've got to do another star. Star by Ruth. Ruth, star by. Star by coming up for you right here, right now. Well, tonight has been amazing. Tonight has been fabulous so far, but tomorrow we're going to be ruthless. Quite literally, because I'm not here. I'm not. Have you got Lucy tomorrow night? Oh, it's going to be crazy. Right. Labradorite, not that one. Let's do the squares. Let's do the squares. Oh, you got, well, I was talking to Lucy very briefly today. Right, have a look at this. My word. Look at these. Look at these. They are fabulous. You know you won't get a word in edgeways tomorrow. I love her. Have a little look at these. Oh my gosh, these are big, 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 luscious Labradorite. Look at the Labradorescence. La, 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 la. They are adorable, aren't they? You've just got, I mean, Labradorescence, this is exactly what it's all about. 400 carats. Do you like these, Jem? Jem's just miming. All I can see out the corner of my... These. I want these. I want them. Yeah. Why? What is it about these that you love?
It's Labradorite. It's Madagascan Labradorite. Yep. It's effective, it's faceted, and every stone tells a story. They're amazing. I love them. They're suitable across all genders. They're suitable in so many different ways. Mm-hmm. I just made a suite of 7 pairs of earrings in the end it turned out to be for a wedding with this type of gemstone at its heart. They're amazing. I love them.
and they're £15.95. Yay! So 38 centimetre strand. You can see there the blues that are coming through, and again, it's kind of the pure alchemy, isn't it, when you see it? And they look like, again, I don't know if you can see that at home, but some of them look like they've literally been sprinkled with glitter, with fairy dust within the gemstone. But you only really see that, I think, when you get them at home. But they are pretty fabulous. That will wrap around twice around my wrist, just so you know. There is a tremendous amount of Labradorite. They all have incredible Labradorescence. That's the magic that you'll see. I mean, look at that, perfect for a stretchy. Perfect, perfect. Cufflinks as well. Nice size for cufflinks, potentially. But £15.95. Unbelievably glorious. 0800 644 655 on the telephone lines. Add them to your order. Julie, hello to you. Isabel just joining us as well. And a collector in West Yorkshire, congratulations. London's joining us. Literally, they are absolutely fantastic, aren't they? That luscious Labradorescence, they're glorious. Let me give these. Can I do a bit of a countage? 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate? 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 24. 24 luscious Labradorites. That's 67 pence each. 60. I didn't work that out. 67 pence each. My maths teacher would never have believed me. They are. It's like looking at the iridescence on a butterfly's wing, quite frankly. Terry, well done. Janice, stay there. Congratulations. I tell you what. Let's take them over to our gem. Let's take them over and have a little bit of a look. They are fab, aren't they?
I love them.
See, look at the colour there. Look at that one.
No, look at this, dude. Peacock blues.
They are glorious,
Teals,
aren't they?
Greens, golds. Oh, they're delicious.
There we go. Well, that can be yours. I'll give it to Jem.
It's mine now.
I haven't got the power to do that, but I can save it anyway. I can save it. Then I can go home quick, cut it up and have it. It's been amazing.
Thanks for having me.
I've loved it. Can I squeeze?
Always.
It's been ace, ace, ace a Mundo. Another message before we disappear. Ruth, that ring looks like it belongs on your finger. To be fair, she's the lovely Jem. I do already have one tonight. I do as well. But go on, have another quick cheeky peek. It's very rare that they fit me, so it's lovely. She made it my size. Actually, hold on. Oh no, I can't get that off. Oh, what a shame. It is welded to my finger. Right, it has been fabulous. I hope you've enjoyed the show tonight. We've certainly had a lot of fun. Have been some fantastic pieces for you to add into your collections. Last chance, have a little look what's available still on the web if you have missed out on anything, or if you've just joined us now. I can't even go there. But if you do want to get the wire bundle, I've got about 30 of these in baskets. You must check out on these because there's actually very, very few of those left. We had about 150 and they pretty much all sold out. So we've got about the last handful or so of those, but they were pretty phenomenal and literally phenomenal because they did take them to a phenomenal price at £7.95. It's been wonderful as ever. When are you back with us?
I'll be back on the 24th on the morning show for Black Friday event.
Wow, that's going to be a big one. That's going to be a big event. I will be back with you on Friday night, same time, same place, different guest design. I don't know who it is on Friday, so we shall find out. We shall find out. Thank you. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for joining us. Take care. Night, night, and we'll see you bright and early in the morning.